scares the monsters looking in the dark. Gore and more team ready to embark.
What's going on, Gorehounds? And welcome to another fantastic episode of the Gore and More podcast. I'm your not so mean fluff master supreme, Big Johnny D, bringing the shit show in. However, as you know, I don't bring the shit show in alone. For with me, as always, are my beloved horror brethren. Starting it off with our dork lord. Sorry,
Dark Lord of Knowledge.
I started going a little Swedish chef there. Our Dark Lord of Knowledge, all the way down from the Chattahoochee, that Chad Daddy, Mr. Chad Chrisman.
What's up, bitches?
We have the Duke of the Dead, the Dean of the Deceased, Lord Screwbacabra, Mr. Steve Vasquez.
What's going on, motherfuckers?
And we have that delicious meat mountain, but you like to call him that killing machine, Mr. Bobby Baloney Amone.
That is Dork Killing Machine from now on.
The dork killing machine. That's right. Adios, turd nuggets.
Lord of Knowledge. Jesus Christ.
Sorry, I already get tongue-tied. We weren't here last week because, you know, we were a little shy and we wanted everybody to be here to talk about this movie. So we took a week off. I feel like it was well-deserved and well-needed for everybody. And we are back raring to fucking go.
And you know what's great, man? You know what's great? We can take a week off if we want.
Yeah, there's
Yes,
nothing.
we're
not
allowed
like we're
to.
getting paid or anything like that. So
Yeah,
we're just doing this ourselves.
We don't owe nobody nothing. If we want to take a week off, we're going to take a
Boy,
week.
could you imagine if we would have done this about 2 years ago?
Oh, Lord.
Oh,
Oh.
God. We would have been
Would've
ripped
been
a
a big
new one.
no-no.
Well, that's okay. What's up, Brody? What's up, G?
Brody.
What's
No,
up,
you know
guys?
what,
Joe,
man?
Brody Jean. I was about to
I
call
will
him
Our
say-
new,
Brody Jean.
shout out to Gene, our new Phasmophobia brother.
There you go.
Joining the
Yeah.
ranks.
Yes.
That was a lot of fun. We'll get to that, though.
Hell yeah. No, all I want to say is even though it's not necessary we do this every week, it's always wanted to do every week. 'Cause I
Damn
always
right
get to
it
see
is.
my boys. So
Damn right.
Oh, yeah.
yeah. So I just wanted to throw that in there. We are talking VHS 2 today, and this was a me pick, correct?
Yes, it was.
Yes.
All right. Sweet. This was a me pick because Chad and I discussed as we were doing picks, and Bobby already had one of the VHSs on there. And I believe Chad and I discussed that he hadn't seen any. So it's like, all right, well, we should probably throw that first one on. So we did that last month. And you can go back and find that episode, video or audio, if you'd like. But we are here to talk the second one. But before we can do that, Asmodone champion here, according to Brody Kane.
Oh, my
He's not
God.
Oh, we never fuck. God damn it. I never jumped back in. Oh, son of a bitch.
All right. Well, based off Scoob's reaction, I'm going to say Brody is a Phasma champion.
Yes.
Fair enough.
Hey,
Fucking
I
A.
finally won a match, so I'm cool.
Nice.
I haven't won any, so I'm still a shit one.
You got to play to win, buddy.
Play to win.
I got
Okay.
shit going on,
Not
man.
having a social life, Bobby.
Yeah.
That's probably never not going to happen.
Hey, we're going to hear about Bob's social life just in a second here. But we need
That's
to
right.
talk
You know
about
why? Because, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for your Slice of Life.
I
Thank
have
you,
missed that. I have
Scubas.
missed that.
Yeah, it's been a
Right?
weekend. Yeah, it's like, where has it been?
That's what Scoobs was just saying. He's like, I feel like I haven't talked to you forever. I'm like, we talk every day, but not seeing each other on the podcast for a
That's
week is
yes.
weird.
Mm-hmm.
I
It
feel
throws it
so
off.
neglected.
Talking to everybody every day throughout the week, I'm like, yeah, but where is everybody?
All right. Absolutely. And if you're watching us right now, give us a little share. That would be fantastic. We would love that and love you for that. Chad, yes, of course, man. I mean, if you're listening to our stupid asses, then we already fucking love you. So that being said, Chad Daddy, the reins are in your hands. How was your weekend, past week, whatever? We haven't talked in a minute. So
It hasn't been too awful, aside from the fact that I'm still looking for a job, but I'm enjoying the time that I have off.
Word.
I'm getting some stuff done around the house. And last week, the wife inspired me, so I decided to use my time wisely and join the gym.
Fuck yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
buddy.
Good for you, brother.
My ass has been in the gym every day. It's been great. More cardio than weightlifting because I really
That's
just want
okay.
to lose this belly more than anything. So I'm gonna hit like the treadmill a lot and the exercise cycle, stuff like that.
Solid.
Get
Nice,
it, bro.
dude.
Get it.
Yeah, there's been a couple of days where me and the wife are like, "Do we really want to go to the gym?" And it's like, "Yes, let's
Those are
go."
the days when you need to go the most.
Yes, that
The
is
days
the
you
truth.
don't feel like you want to go.
Exactly.
That's
That's
she-
me every day.
it's-
I need to be
it's-
there every day because I don't want to go every day.
And it's great because the wife, she says there's times when she's sitting there working out, she's like really tired and wants to give up, and then she sees me just going hard at it, and it just kind of inspires her to keep going.
Hell yeah, dude. I mean, and there's also at-home cardio too, right? Wink, wink. So,
Mhm.
what's up,
When it's
Anthony?
possible. Hey, Anthony.
What's
all
up,
you have
Anthony?
to tell this is all you have to
Thank
tell
you,
her.
Anthony.
Yeah, but you know what, bro? You know what's gonna happen, right?
The-
With you hitting that shit like you are, your
You'll be
stamina's
able to
gonna
hit
go.
that shit like you are.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, it is.
And on top of that, you know, that T's gonna be bubbling a lot more now too. So she's gonna like it at first.
Then she's gonna be like, "Fuck this."
Right? Then after a couple weeks, she's gonna be like,
Then
what
she's
the
gonna be
fuck happened to you?
And Chad's
you
gonna
need,
be like,
you need
no.
to eat some fucking Snickers,
Fuck
motherfucker. Like,
this.
slow it down.
Yeah.
Slowly, it's gonna be. She could be making you cakes, and it's gonna be like, this is good. I'm gonna work this off tomorrow.
Cakes and
Only hope
pies.
Steph
Cakes
is
and
listening
pies.
right now. Steph, if you are, we love you.
She might be watching us right now. She's at the gym as we're doing the show. So
Oh,
could
yeah,
probably-
dude.
Very nice.
But yeah,
Yeah,
today,
yeah.
like today, I did my workout and then I had to go get groceries afterwards. I'm like, don't need to get in groceries on an empty stomach. So I went to Jimmy John's and got a little sub.
Mhm.
Holy shit, dude. It's just a little 8-inch sub and I could barely finish it. And then I felt guilty. And then it was not a bologna
Little
emoji.
8 inches.
I couldn't even.
But yeah, then I felt
filled me
guilty.
right
when I
up.
shoved
Yeah, it did.
them- I felt guilty eating that afterwards, though.
Yeah, but it's a half sub, dude. And if you hit your shit, dude, you're good.
Yeah.
At least it wasn't 16 inches.
Now that's a bologna amone. Now,
That's the bologna.
Walk into Jimmy John's
hey,
and get the bologna
stay,
money.
stay down. Not now.
So yeah,
Sorry.
aside from that, I've been doing a little of this, little of that. Did some Phasmophobia Thunderdome over the weekend, and I finally won my first Thunderdome match. Thank you very much.
Nice.
It was great. My favorite moment was ambushing Scuba Steve with the music box. No. I stand corrected. My favorite was ambushing Brody with the music box because
Mhm.
he decided to play a African American character, and he was in character the whole time. And,
We both
and
were.
he's
We both were.
and he's just in the garage, just fully in character, going off, and I'm like, he's distracted. I'm getting him, so I go get the music box. Fucking
Nice.
throw it right behind him, and he's like dead instantly. But we did that, and then Mr. Gene Smith there joined us for a little bit of Phasmophobia on Saturday. So we're getting
His
him.
favorite place is the van.
He-
He's our van princess.
He's
He
a
is
van
our van
princess.
Quite literally the van
Yeah.
princess.
Oh my
he's
god.
He's still low level. He was actually level 1.
It's
We
all
got him up
good,
to level
dude.
5.
Gotta start somewhere, right?
He would be a higher level if he would have stayed out of the fucking house when I told him to.
Oh, Gene.
Listen to your elders.
We know what we're doing. But he's a lot of fun to play with. So we did that. Aside from that, little of this, little of that. Anything else major going on around here? Not that I can think of. Like I said, just doing the job search. And again, thank you, Anthony, for wishing me luck on that.
How's the flooding in your area, by the way, buddy? If I don't mind asking, because I heard in PA they got some fucking rocking shit going on somewhere. I don't know if it's near you per se.
Not near me.
Nothing?
I know
Okay.
nothing about
That's
it.
all that matters then. All right. Yeah, I guess those storms over the weekend like fucked up a lot of shit. So
Completely missed us, dude.
no shit.
Yeah.
Good deal. Solid. All
So
right.
yeah, it's been pretty calm around here. The kids are getting ready to finish school up here in a couple weeks, and then it'll be summer vacation for all of us, I guess.
Hell yeah, dude.
Nice.
So Scuba Steve, how about you, brother?
Let's see. What have I been doing? Playing a shit ton of Phasmophobia. Literally, that's all my life is. Chad is we're gonna, yeah.
Brody
Brody
says that, but Brody
I have
acts
no
like he has
sympathy
not
for you,
done
Brody,
it to
because
any
you are
one
the
of us.
worst. We're supposed
Yeah.
to wait to
Oh
do
yeah,
this
Gene.
shit.
Oh, and Gene fixed my hard drive. By the way, I've been going through and
Nice, dude.
Yeah.
Nice.
Gene coming in clutch. Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
kick
fucking
ass.
did. So let's see. Really the most I want to say important thing that happened, and we didn't get to talk about it last week on the show because we weren't here, but I started voice acting school.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, with Tara
Yeah.
Strong. So yeah, it's actually going really cool. It's really cool, man. Like I'm learning a lot of stuff that I never would have known otherwise. So these classes, I'm not even 25% of the way through the modules. But it's going really good, man. And I'm networking with people that I never would have talked to, you know, on the daily. Like get to talk to Tara Strong daily. Like it's super cool, you know.
I love how
And-
he says he's only 25% of the way through the modules. But like, dude, that means you're killing it. You're just breezing
Yeah,
through
that
this.
means you're.
Well, yeah,
doing
I'm
pretty good.
yeah, but there's so much, and then even after I'm done, I'm not done because they're
Alright.
constantly adding other stuff to it, and then there's live events that they do also. Like I missed the one. I really wish I would have jumped on a week earlier because they had a live session with Seth Green, and I really wish, yes, I really wish I would have been able to catch that one, but I didn't.
Okay.
But it's still going pretty cool. So I did start, you know, the whole voice acting thing and working on a whole bunch of stuff. Like I said, played Phasmophobia, went to the movies, watched Final Destination Bloodlines.
Thoughts? Quick thoughts?
It's a 5.5 for me out of
Out
10.
of 10?
Out of 10. They just didn't explain stuff that should have been explained, and it didn't really tie into the other movies at all.
Even though it's called Bloodlines.
It has to do with a family specifically.
Oh.
And then the girl never even has a vision.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's you gotta watch it. I don't want to spoil anything.
No, you're fine. Yeah.
That barely makes the Final Destination movie then.
Yeah, she never has a vision.
Really?
Yeah, she never has her own vision. It's explained in the movie. It just, I don't know, man. What I wanted out of this flick was for everything to tie together. And it didn't do that. But seeing Tony Todd was awesome. The words that he spoke were absolutely amazing. It gave me chills knowing that he passed away not too long after filming this.
This was his last
This was his last movie.
role? No shit.
But supposedly what he said was not scripted. So
not.
if that's the truth, it makes those words fucking epic. Basically, it's live your life to the fullest because you don't know when your last day is going to be. I know I'm going to live my life to the fullest.
No shit.
With the
Yeah,
time
that
I have
sounds-
left.
Yeah.
And it did explain why he knows what he knows in those movies.
It did explain it.
It did explain it.
Yes.
He's not death. He is not death. There's always been the theory that he's death.
Well, yeah, there could be that thought. Yeah,
He's
sure.
not.
Okay.
It explains who he is, why he knows what he knows. That I did like.
Okay.
And
I'm glad they did not.
So
make him-
they wrapped it up on his.
They gave his character a very, very good farewell.
Yes. They
So
did.
I will say that about the movie. What else? That was really it, man. And then I yesterday grandma came over. I made some enchiladas because I felt like cooking, so I made some
Hell yeah.
enchiladas, and that was it. And went to work today, and I did not rewatch this movie because I had already seen it last week. So that was it. What about you, Bobby?
Let's see. Friday night, I did Phasmophobia Thunderdome with the boys. Saturday, give me for a little bit. I was up till 12, almost 12. Shut up,
Yeah.
dude. Hey, working 7 days a week right now. I don't give a fuck. Tired. I'm
Sometimes
tired.
when that itis hits, man, it's time, bro.
Oh, it hits. But and I have a social life. So after work on Saturday, I was down at Rebecca's house, and my friend Taylor came down, and we went and saw Bloodlines as well. I liked it. I don't know. I felt it was a little more clever than some of the other ones. I'm not saying by a mile or nothing, but I felt there was a little more to it. I liked it. I enjoyed it. Tony Todd, like Scoop said, he was fantastic. And yeah, if you just go to watch him, you're watching I mean, you're watching one of the best, and unfortunately, it's his last. But it was awesome.
So,
It was
so would
great.
you say that Tony Todd killed it?
Literally,
Ooh.
yeah, in so many words, absolutely. And then so that was Saturday, and then Sunday I was down at NJ HorrorCon. We had Hunt Chase Kill was in the film festival they have, and we won an award for best special effects.
Ooh,
So
nice!
that was which was
Congratulations.
Oh, hell
cool.
yeah.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Bob.
It was great. It was great. I was like, oh, we won an award. I wasn't there for that. That happened Saturday. I saw it on Sunday when I went down. And then we all got dressed up and went out to the boardwalk and scared people and took pictures. It was a good time. It was a nice little way to promote everything. I think that's supposed to be coming out this summer or by the fall. It's supposed to be.
Are you bringing that or promoting that anywhere else at other film festivals by chance?
I know we're going to have it at Chiller in October. I think they're working on trying to get a few other things. So it's
Because I think it's closed, but there is a HorrorCon that's coming back to our area, and it's happening in September, and they have a film festival. They had entries. I don't know. I'll look into it for you if you guys are interested, I guess.
Yeah, send me info and I'll send it to the director, Paul,
for sure.
who's awesome. But I know he's also there's talks of shopping around for stream and stuff. I have no idea where it's going or what it's going to be doing just yet. But
to be.
Hey, if it could get to Tubi, it'd be great. But no, I actually still haven't seen the film yet. But
no
everybody
shit.
everyone who has seen it says it was great. It was awesome. So
you didn't get to watch it this weekend at the film fest?
It was showing on Saturday. They don't do not on Sunday. So I wasn't there because I had to work. So I was like, one of these days I got to earn money. The other day I'll go do what I got to do. So, but it was fun to see everyone. We hung out. Like I said, we took pictures. We had posters and T-shirts and all of that. So I think you can get them online. If I get the link, I'll put it in my Facebook page. But it was a great time. It was wonderful. So, and there's gonna be more things to go with it and a sequel at some point. But that was great. And then we went back to Rebecca's house. We had a birthday party for her sister. It was her birthday Saturday, so we celebrated it yesterday. And then today I worked, and I don't feel like talking about that. Whatever. And I'm here to talk about this movie, which, just like Scoobs, I didn't watch it again. This is the most watched VHS for me, so I'm ready to get into it. John,
interesting. Well, I'm not gonna lie, my memory is shot, so I'm trying not to remember. I'm trying not to repeat shit I said 2 weeks ago. I think I talked about the con with the Ghostbuster shit, so I can skip into that. I don't think I talked about. I did get to go. I didn't see Bloodlines, but I did get to see another horror movie. I went and saw A Clown in a Cornfield. Ooh. And it was a fun little ride. It's for the kids. And I say that because we're the old farts in the community, right? I mean, we're not the oldest farts, but we're old farts in comparison to what that movie is aiming for. Like the group it's aiming for. That is for fucking full Gen Z teenagers coming up into the world of horror, which is fine, right? It's not for us, but that doesn't mean I still can't appreciate for what it is. And
absolutely.
It's a fun slasher. It wasn't what I personally anticipated, but that's okay. I still left very happy that I went to the theaters to see it. So, yeah, it's, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes you don't have to see a fucking just knock your socks off horror movie or anything like that. Sometimes it's just gotta be a fun fucking ride. It can be stupid as shit. Will Sasso's in it, so that made me happy. I was like, fuck yeah, dude. Like, and if whoever doesn't know that, it's old school Mad TV. But I was hoping for one Lemons bit, if anybody knows what that is. But there was nothing to do with Lemons. So unfortunately not. And let's see. Oh, from our dive from 2 weeks ago, I, like the other boys, I watched all the Terminator movies finally. And
Brody, you still there?
Brody, I hope you were here. Brody, we might have to start a podcast. This one, I like Dark Fate better than Genesis. Say what we do with that with what you must.
It's a very hot take.
I don't care.
I'm just saying, very hot take. That's all.
Fucking A, let's go. No, man, I don't know. It's just it just felt like a better produced movie, in my personal opinion. But hey, that's neither here nor there. I mean, the problem is, and I love Salvation too, right? I don't need 3, 4, 5, or 6 at all. Just give me 1 and 2 every fucking day, and I'd be fine.
No, I think that's agreed.
Brody said Sally Field's son directed Clown in a Cornfield. No shit.
Oh, nice.
All right.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I wanted more gore in it, but
if you want to see a gory clown, just watch Terrifier.
That's the fucking problem. You know what it is? I set myself up. I saw somebody make one review statement, and a bunch of people followed it, and they were like, "Well, this is better than Terrifier."
Genesis, what the fuck?
Yeah, yes, it is. Gene agrees.
That fight is not better than Genesis. What the fuck?
Oh, somebody's heated. Oh,
I felt the disturbance in the floor.
That made my vittles. That made my vittles tingle.
Love you, Brody.
I would argue all day on that argument.
So, Terminator podcast, is that what I'm hearing?
Oh yes, please.
We may have to figure something
It's
out.
gonna be like an 8-hour podcast, dude. That's not gonna
That's
work.
okay. or do it in 2
On
parts.
one movie.
We do it.
No.
We do it the way you guys did. Fucking fatality.
I mean, that's pretty much how this was. But yeah. Oh man, no, that could work.
That'd be great.
But no, so yeah, I went down that fucking rabbit hole. I'm still playing the fucking game, which the game is fantastic if you haven't played it. And other than that, it's been getting into summer mode, man. So I opened the fucking pool this weekend, and now it decides to be 50 degrees the rest of the fucking week. So yay, fuck me. And
I'm in the same boat because Friday it was sweltering hot. What do? My fat ass lugs the air conditioners out of the basement and gets ready.
That was Saturday morning, baby.
And now I don't need to put them in because it's fucking cold. So I got the one in the bedroom right here behind me. The rest are just waiting to be put in.
It hurt the dad inside me because here I am. I'm cleaning my AC today, right? Just because it was, it hasn't been cleaned since last year, but they're in there, so I'm cleaning it. And then Jen's like, "Yeah, I put the heat on because it's so cold in here." And I'm like, I hate life right now. I don't even know what to fucking feel, man. I'm cleaning a fucking air conditioner that's in the fucking window because I needed it 2 days ago, and now the heat's going back. What the fuck is happening, dude?
You know what the sad part is what you just said. The second you said, I felt your hurt on so many levels.
Because what do? You just drop whatever's in your hand and just stare at the wall at that fucking point because you're just like, well, this is fucking dumb.
You're like Chris Farley in that thing. You son of a bitch.
It's like you're standing out in the rain grilling and it just downpours on you.
Yeah,
but
you're already there because you're like, well, yeah, they're already almost done. They're not wet. I am, but whatever. All right, fuck that. Enough about this, me and this dumb bullshit. I'm here to talk about VHS 2, which we have been waiting in the wings to talk about. So let's see if I keep this motherfucker another year, depending on where this take me for today.
I don't know. I don't think it's going to go the way you're expecting.
I don't know how it's going to. I don't know. I don't honestly have any expectations for this because I really don't know. I know where I sit, right? And that's about
I know.
I haven't watched Brody's reviews or anything. So, but we are talking VHS 2 from 2013. I personally am a little verklempt, so I need to parch. Scoobs, you want to do the plot rundown?
Yeah. All right. Released July 12th, 2013. Continuing the saga of POV madness, dread, and gore documented in VHS 2012, this new found footage horror anthology delves deeper into terrifying, uncharted territories. Starting with tape 49, a team of private investigators break into the house of a missing student, only to discover a mountain of VHS tapes brimming with disturbing raw footage. Then, in phase 1 clinical trials, a state-of-the-art optical implant bestows poor Herman with unwanted supernatural detecting abilities. And in A Ride in the Park, an extreme biking enthusiast finds himself confronted with an all-out zombie apocalypse. Next, in Safe Haven, a 4-member film crew infiltrates a secret Indonesian cult and unearths horrific, reality-defying revelations. Finally, in Slumber Party Alien Abduction, A sleepover at a lakeside house goes awry when malevolent extraterrestrials crash their party.
Woo!
Directed by Simon Barrett, Tape 49, Jason Eisner, Slumber Party Alien Abduction, Gareth Evans, Safe Haven,
Does
Greg
this sound like
Hale,
bad
and
porn?
Eduardo Sanchez.
That does sound like a
It
very
does,
bad-
yeah.
Slumber Party Alien Abduction. Oh, yeah.
Where's no tentacle porn?
You're gonna make me come.
It would be, dude. It would be tentacle dildos as far as the eye can fucking see.
Yes, it would.
And you know something?
Yeah.
It would be like
And-
Scary Movie 3. You should see how we pee.
Oh,
And lots of paint, lots of body paint.
uh-huh.
Greg Hale and Eduardo Sanchez are right in the park. Timo
If I'm not mistaken, which one of those did
Janto, Safe Haven. Adam
Was-
Wingard, Phase
was
1
Greg
clinical
Hale-
trials.
I'm sorry. Was Greg Hale the director from Blair Witch? Or was it the other guy?
I don't
It's the other guy.
It's the other guy?
It's Sanchez.
Eduardo Sanchez? Okay. I was gonna say I knew one of them. I knew
Yeah.
a director was tied to that did Blair Witch. So oh shit. Okay. Sorry, Scoops. I didn't.
You're good. Written by Simon Barrett, Tape 49 and Phase 1 clinical trials. Jamie Nash are right in the park. Timo, whatever that last T name is, and Gareth Evans, Safe Haven.
Hanto?
Pronounce it right or wrong, damn it.
Tahajanto.
That's better.
That sounds good.
Jason Eisner and John Davies, Slumber Party, Alien Abduction. Produced by Roxanne Benjamin, VHS, The Devil's Candy. Gary Binko, Finding Neverland, VHS. Brad Miska, Siren, Kids versus Aliens.
God, I love that movie. That's so much fun.
Did we watched The Devil's Candy, didn't we? Or no?
We did.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, we did.
That's
Which
the
one
one.
was that?
That's the one that they're in the house, remember? And the dad like kept getting fucked up.
Oh
Yes.
yes. Okay, yeah. It was the dude.
That
it was
the big dude who also comes to the house because that's where he grew up.
He's like an artist or
but
some shit.
the dad was the kid from fucking Can't Hardly Wait, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, because I didn't
Yeah,
recognize
yeah,
him. I was like, oh shit, it is him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, solid. Bobby.
Bobby?
starring, well, tape 49, Lawrence Michael Levine, Deviltown.
Hey, Mama
as
Scoobs.
Larry.
Hi, Mom.
Hey, Mama Scoobs.
She's coming into town next week.
Oh,
Nice.
Very nice. Put her on the episode.
I was gonna say guess
Uh,
spot.
yeah.
Kelsey Abbott, The Mad Ones as Aisha. L.C. Holt, You're Next as Kyle. Phase 1 Clinical Trials. Adam Wingard, 24 Exposures as Herman Middleton. Hannah Hughes, The Nobodies as Clarissa. John T. Woods, Convergence as Dr. Fleischer. A Ride in the Park. Jay Saunders, Ninjas versus Monsters as Mike. Beatty,
Ninjas versus Monsters.
Cassette. God, I can't talk. Cassette. Yeah. Sweet and Vicious Beauty as Screaming Girl. Dave Coyne. Yeah, whatever. Holy Cash as Good Samaritan Guy. Safe Haven. Oh, God. Hold on.
Give me shit.
Fakri Albar. Grave Torture. I'm allowed to give you shit because I get shit every week. My pronunciation as Adam. Hannah Al Rashid. The Night Comes for Us as Lena. Oka and Tara. The Raid 2 as Malik.
Oh, fuck, he
Slumber
was from the
Party
Raid too.
Alien Abduction. I think I love all of these, but we'll get to that later. Ryan Logan, The ABCs of Death as Gary. Samantha Gracie, Private Eyes as Jen. Cohen King as Randy, and Zach Ford as Sean. Body count total, that's a lot.
Yeah, that I lost count when it got to the whole
I don't even think you could count.
the whole.
Dude, you
cult
can't even
massacre.
do the cult one. Jesus
I know.
Christ.
No, the only one you can
That's what I just
count
quit.
is what?
Steph,
The clinical trials, what? And that's what? 2, technically?
Steph looked over at me. She's like, "You're really falling behind your body count." I'm like, I gave up. There's too
Dude,
many.
even the zombie one I feel would kind of fuck you a little bit.
it
Like
was hard
that
to
would
keep
be
up with
okay, but I feel like you would almost have to like freeze, like
You would have to
almost
count.
freeze
You
frame,
would have to
pause it
freeze
down.
frame,
Like,
yeah.
but yeah, the cult
that. I
is
had to
crazy.
count for that. It's like 10 just for that segment.
I believe it, dude. Just with the birthday party alone, man. Like once you get first the original ones, but solid, dude. Anyways, Chad. Dad.
Music by James Goymon, A Ride in the Park. Steve Moore, Phase 1 Clinical Trials. Arla Prayogi and Fajar Yuskimal, Safe Haven.
Damn.
Cinematography by Taron Anderson, Tape 49. Abdul Darmawan Habir, Safe Haven. Stephen Scott, A Ride in the Park. Seamus Tierney, Phase 1 Clinical Trials. Jeff, not Will Wheaton, Slumber Party Alien Abduction.
Nice.
Edited by Jason Eisner, Slumber Party Alien Abduction. Gareth Evans, Safe Haven. David Gels, Tape 49. Bob Rose, A Ride in the Park. Eduardo Sanchez, A Ride in the Park. Adam Wingard, Tape 49, and Phase 1 Clinical Trials.
Ooh.
Effects and makeup by The Creature Company. Distributed by Magnet Releasing. Runtime of 92 midgets. Rated R. I have no idea what the budget was. I looked, couldn't find it, but it did gross a little over $805,000.
No shit.
So according to Kill Count on YouTube, there are 59 kills in this movie. There's one kill every
That seems
1.3
low.
minutes.
Yeah, that seems way low.
11.8
Maybe
kills
not.
per second if you average it out.
So we got 2.
So
Let's see if we can do it. Let's see if we can do some quick math here. So we got 2 for the first one for sure, right?
Yeah.
And then the very last one, we got what? How many kids were
Just-
there?
well, we
boyfriend,
don't-
the dog-
But they only got abducted. We never saw anything die. The only death that
Yeah,
happened was the
yeah,
dog.
that's true.
Dog.
You don't see that.
Okay. So we got 2 plus a dog. And then if we go tape 49, which is like your intersecting one, we get, do you count all 3 people in that? So the kid who shoots himself?
No, because the guy that shot himself didn't die.
Well, I thought he did, but he just came back dead, like per the VHS. I don't know. We'll talk about that. But okay, so maybe it's about right. Because I'm just thinking like how many classroom scenes and shit like that where you had people like all those kids died, all those dudes that shot
Mhm.
themselves instantly, the dudes that got
The dudes
fucking
that got shot.
yeah, the shotgun dude, the
The fucking cult leader exploding.
all the
Yeah.
ladies that were already ghouls and shit. Like, yeah, dude, I don't know. Interesting. All right, so clearly this was not my first watch. And as for Bob
No.
or Scoops, but Chad Eddie, this was your first watch.
This was my first watch.
Awesome. All right, so we did have a pop. In the
Yeah,
crowd.
until this year, I haven't watched any of the VHS films, and actually, the only thing I've seen, even VHS related, is the movie we're going to be talking about next week, which is spun off from Slumber Party Alien Abduction. Next week, we're
Interesting.
doing Kids versus Aliens.
All right,
Love that
solid,
movie.
dude.
That's all I
So
gotta
this
say.
will be
It's a great movie.
good lead-ins there.
Yeah, and I
Okay.
thought for a first time viewing, I thought this is a pretty solid movie. I think I enjoyed this more than the first one.
Okay,
Uh,
so you're in
oh.
Gene's camp, and you know what? I would agree. I think this one is. I still love the first one, and I like what it is, and I appreciate what it started. But I think this one just feels a little bit tighter.
It does, and I think it's the
Yes.
fact that we only have 4 segments as opposed to what was it, 6 in the
5.
first one? 5?
5 plus the intersecting, so I guess yes, 6. If
You would
want.
say, yeah.
Where this one would be 4 plus the intersecting, or whatever.
Right.
What would you call that? I guess I know there is a name for it.
An interlude,
like-
maybe?
Maybe.
I forget what it's called. There is a name for
There
it.
is a specific name.
Yeah. I feel like the outer story is a lot more solid than for the first one.
We're talking about the
Yes.
one that's bringing
the outer
universe
story.
together.
Yeah, the one that
Yes,
brings it all
I
together.
agree.
Interesting, because I actually have a debate on that. But go ahead.
I like it a lot better. It was more interesting. We got to see some nice boobies in that outer story. And if
Yeah,
you
nice
watch the
fake
extended
ones.
cut, if you watch the extended cut like I did, you get that scene a lot longer.
Not to mention, we also get some fucking Fight Club things going on here, where we just get random snippets of boobs superimposed in the middle of like a couple
Yeah, we
different
do.
times.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
Interlude. Thank you, Brody. Brody's also got questions,
And you also got some cock in this movie.
Yeah,
we
yeah,
did.
there
Great.
was
We
cock.
got one
Did.
for the ladies
Yeah.
right in the beginning. I guess a great way to start the fucking
He-
movie.
He was swinging, so nobody could say it wasn't swinging.
Now I
It definitely was not a farva.
So no. This
No.
okay, so these people here, this guy's still an asshole, but he's nowhere
Yes.
near the level of assholes as the 4 dudes that
Mhm.
were literally sexually assaulted.
Yeah,
people in
no.
the
Yeah.
first one, right? But I personally think the first one, they have a better reason of why they are sitting there watching the tapes versus this one. Because this one, it's just like the dude's like, oh, well, maybe there's some shit on here. Watch these tapes.
Yeah.
Now I know that the mother is supposedly paying them $1,000 a day. So yeah, you could fucking spend your whole day watching all these tapes. Doesn't mean it's gonna fucking be anything or do anything, right? But that first one, they had to find a specific tape, but they didn't know which one it was out of the plethora they had. So they had to go through them and watch it.
But they didn't, because the guy literally said you'll know which one it is when you see it.
But they didn't, though. They thought
didn't.
it was that one, and they were like, well, we'll check this one out. And that's why they had to go through it. I'm not saying like this one still, I liked this one better, like overall. I just feel like for the reasoning of like why we needed to watch the tapes might have been.
Well, wasn't he a private investigator?
Yes.
Yeah, but they didn't have
he
to.
was.
They were looking like for him to just sit his girlfriend, and I'm assuming it's his girlfriend because the way they kind of like talked in some scenes, even though he does not seem like a boyfriend by any fucking
No,
means.
he feels more like a fuck buddy somehow. That's trying to.
Yeah, like
He's a
like
fuck boy. He's
like-
a fuck boy.
like they work together, but he also tapped that one night.
Yeah.
just because
And
yeah.
he thinks he's like, oh yeah, this is mine essentially.
But it's like I don't know. I feel like she could be also snooping around the house and stuff with him versus him just like, yo, watch these tapes. Because they could bring those back. And also, like when she starts needing medicine and shit, like, would you leave your woman there if she's got a nosebleed and she's like, yeah, I think I need aspirin?
Hell
No! Fuck no, you're not, dude.
Yeah, he should have taken her with him.
Yeah,
I don't
like
think she wanted to go. I think
she was
it's
definitely being
she was-
hypnotized by
yeah,
the,
she was hypnotized, but and I wish there was a little more elaboration as to
of
why.
why.
Yeah, I agree
because
with that. 'cause
in the
that's
video,
definitely-
the video she played back, the kid said something about it's starting to have
specific
effect.
order.
Maybe you have to watch them in a specific order, but that was never elaborated on any further.
no, it wasn't.
And I don't know if it ever is farther in the series because I personally haven't seen past two. So
They're
everything else is
different. It's a
gonna be-
different story.
It's
every
al-
single
yeah, it's
time.
always
Okay,
None of them
okay.
are, I don't.
But this
remember
one
if
does
any of them
tie
are
into
together.
at least the first for a second.
For a second.
Yeah,
when
because the
shows-
first video she
Yeah.
opens up on the laptop is
Right,
the
yeah.
douchebags from the first movie.
Right.
But I
so
think
we
all
have
the- all
some
the
kind
movies-
of intersecting.
So we know
Yeah.
that it happens in the same universe.
Right.
Yeah, but all the movies after this, it's all something and other people, and it's all different.
Now we're not doing 3, right? We're skipping 3 and going to
Beyond.
Beyond, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
But
not
this,
saying we can't revisit the other ones down the road.
Yeah.
At some point.
no, this one, as I said before, this is my probably most watched VHS. The stories in this one are just so much more. Like the first one's like here, you got good stories, you know. This one is like for me, it's like 5 notches above.
I feel like the writing and the direction of the films is a lot tighter. Everything seems a lot more well put together. The first one seems as if you got just a bunch of like amateur directors to put
It
some
felt
stuff
way more
together.
experimental.
Yeah,
It,
yeah.
felt like
it
it felt like you were watching a film festival.
Yes, that's exactly what
Which-
it felt like. And this one felt more like
A film.
An
actual
anthology?
film. Yeah,
Okay,
like
yeah,
an
yeah, yeah.
anthology film.
All right. So
By the way, Scoobs, hard disagree on what you said last week
What did I say last week?
when you said
2
that-
weeks ago. Or what are we
well,
talking about?
when you watched this and you said that the titties in this one are better than
Look, man, they were bigger, they were nicer. I love them.
Yo, I'm not saying.
Okay,
first off,
I
the
think
first pair you
Clarissa's
see-
wins, dude.
the first
Ah.
pair you see were completely fake, and I'm
Chat Daddy,
not saying they weren't great, but
Hey,
Fake.
hey,
real. As long as you can touch them, they're
Thank
still
you.
real.
that's right.
see, I liked Emily in the first one better. I just something about her.
Titties are titties, man.
But what's her name?
Mhm.
Clarissa or Clarissa, whatever.
Clarissa,
Pretty fucking nice.
Mhm.
I won't
Uh-huh.
disagree with that. I
right?
liked
Like
Emily little bit
a cute random girl shows up outside your house. Hey, let me in. Be like,
Okay.
50% of me is saying this is a trap, but
I've
the
seen
other
horror movies that
50% of
start
me-
like this, but I've seen pornos that start like this too.
Although
Right,
I like the fact that I kind of got the impression that she absolutely had to fuck this guy in front of her uncle, or he was going to kill her. That's kind of the impression that I got from that.
Interesting. I did not.
Well, you
I
can-
did because I feel like maybe the uncle was one of those uncles.
Oh, I'm
That's
sure he
what I
was.
Yeah,
I
That's
think he
exactly
was.
what
I
I
think he
got from it.
was.
And so
was
to
meant to be.
make herself unappealing to him, because even as a ghost, he might have been pulling some entity shit with her. You know what I
Right.
mean? And
Which,
so
think about it,
to
he
make
probably
him
was.
to make herself unappealing to him, she would have to do that.
Okay, so before we jump into that first segment, the interlude one here. All in all, like, how did you guys enjoy this one? Did you like it? Did you not? Because like I feel by the end of it, it definitely was like, oh shit, this is fucking.
Oh,
something.
I like
loved
the
it.
interlude in this one just a little bit more than the first one. The first one was too much like, yo, I don't like this vibe. This one, especially the way it turned out, that shit freaked me out the first time I saw it.
Well, yeah, dude, when she turns at the end and fucking starts going
Oh
But
my
then when
God,
you
the
also
Asian
see-
ghost
spider-
like
oh
crawling and
God,
shit.
yeah.
But when you also
dude.
see then the kid at the end
Oh,
with
yeah.
him, and
Now,
come
okay.
on,
now, obviously spoilers. So if you haven't watched this movie, fucking stop, watch it, reconvene.
and then come back.
He looked great. The only thing I could have probably did without was the
the
fucking
thumbs up?
thumbs up at the end.
Yes,
And
yeah.
I get it, but at the same time, no. Like, fuck off, dude.
That
Just you could have just left it, dude. It's
that
been
was
like,
something that didn't need to be there. But like you said,
yeah, just have him do like this, like covering over the fucking thing with his hand and be
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean? Like, not the I'm dead and
But-
it totally worked, bro.
That's-
Like,
That I didn't think he was dead though. You never saw him die.
you're right. He
True.
starts wheezing and shit. The way okay, so this is my interpretation of what the tapes do is it leads you to the point where it makes you want to kill yourself, and you do, or they just kill you and like they just kill you, but you always turn, you always come back. What you come back as is whatever. Fuck yeah, dude,
Yeah.
take that corn
That's
dog.
hot.
Oh,
Sorry, fully distracted at this moment.
Dude, no joke. No joke. I was sitting there the other day thinking, man, I'm hungry for a fucking corn dog.
Hell
I
yeah,
got a
dude.
corn dog, and God only knows how long.
But so my theory with that is going back to the first one with the old man in the chair. Now we don't know he's dead, right?
Right.
But
No,
they
we
assume he's
don't.
dead.
They say he
I take it as he is dead, and that's what the tapes did to him. You know what I mean? The tapes killed him, but he wasn't really dead, and then he has to like kill to make his own tape, which then this kid continues the thing. That's why he did the thumbs up, because he finally made like that was the end of his tape. You know what I mean? But
Yeah, that
and
makes
I could be completely misinterpreting it too. I could be missing something. I don't know. That's just how I took it as. It's nothing personally explained,
no.
but
But I want to jump around here a little bit. I know
Yeah.
we're on the interlude, but
no, I was just go ahead.
No, because I want to get to this segment just because I still remember watching this the first time. It messed with me a little bit. The fucking safe haven, the fucking cult.
Oh, we'll get there. We'll get there.
That-
I feel like
or-
that one.
Okay, all right.
Okay,
I'll wait.
so-
I'll wait.
Yeah, you want to save that one in the bag for a second.
Mhm.
So the version that I watch is a version I downloaded a long time ago and burned onto a DVD. It
Wait.
did not have subtitles for that segment.
Oh
Really?
damn.
Wait, what?
The
Where did you
subtitles I
download
had-
it from? I gotta know.
I couldn't fucking tell you. But I turned on the subtitles, and anytime they spoke, it would just say speaking Indonesian. So I had no fucking clue what was going on.
What?
Yeah.
Really
Yes.
interesting. That would suck.
It
That would
did.
really suck because there's
Yeah.
not much English spoken in that one. A
Mm-mm.
little
No,
bit at
there's
the
not.
end and stuff, but that's about it.
So me and
Okay.
the wife were completely fucking lost.
Jesus Christ. Oh yeah, I bet, dude. All right, so the first segment is what patient. No, sorry.
No,
Phase 1 clinical trials.
Love
So-
this one.
Yeah. So this one, obviously, eyeball for your camera lens, which personally, great idea for the concept of a found footage. To
Yes.
like, this is why we are filming. This is the camera, and it sets up the whole reason why it needs to be filmed. It's not just somebody like, ooh, I need to get this on film, so I need to hold this the whole time. No.
Brody didn't have subtitles either.
Really?
What?
See, I
Damn,
had them.
dude, that sucks.
Seriously. Well, don't
That
worry.
sucks
What
for
they were
me.
saying was not good to begin with. In other words, you're fucked.
Did you find a copy that had them though? So you had
No, I read the rundown of it on the Wikipedia page, so I know the gist of what they were saying.
no shit. All right,
Yeah.
that sucks, dude. That sucks for you and Brody because that's a Like, I mean, hands down, that is the most solid
And
one. But obviously, you want to have all the dialogue.
And we
for
watched
it.
this last night, and it was like right before bed, and I was so fucking busy today, I didn't even get a chance to even
Fair
think
enough.
of looking of a copy of it.
Oh, okay. But no, so phase one, we get the dude who gets his eyeball fucking, which clearly that shit, well, it might exist now. I don't fucking know, dude. Maybe they're still doing, maybe they're doing,
Yep.
I don't think it is, but who knows, man? Maybe there's trial runs out there at this point.
Never
but
say never, because
I
there's
doubt it.
shit out there we don't know exists yet.
That-
All I know,
True,
one
but
was really cool.
It's still really hard to make an interface between human nerve endings and
yes,
electrical
because
wires.
to where you would be able to physically see that. Like, sure, yeah, you could have a fucking thing with a camera in there, but you'll never see what that camera's fucking recording
Yeah.
more. Like, you
But
know what I mean? Like,
But with the cochlear implants for the deaf people, we're really not that too far off from something like that.
all right, so with
Like the girl said,
her-
yeah,
yeah.
like she
So
had.
with her, yeah, because she had new tubes or whatever, or the like what you said, the cochlear. But this one was a short and sweet one. Not a lot of characters in it. It pretty much set the premise up. You get these new implants, you might see dead people. Okay.
And it felt, I don't know about you guys, but it felt very Phasmophobia to me too.
It did.
Yes.
A little bit.
I liked it a lot. I will say that my favorite line in this one is when he's asking if he's going to have
scientist?
the private time.
Okay. So
Oh, yes.
I'm
yes.
glad you brought this
No,
up
no, no.
because what does private time to you mean when he's
Beating
thank
off.
you? That's
Jerking
Yes.
off.
Yes.
I had a discussion with somebody and they were like, I thought he was talking about taking a shit. I'm
No.
No, because he
No,
talks about that
that's
after.
not private.
No. I go, well, it can be.
well,
but
it can
it's
be,
not-
but
But when I think private time, it's like, no, man, we're talking about stuff you shouldn't be talking about, or you don't want to be
or
talking.
should not
You know
be
what I
seen
mean? Like,
through my
everybody
eye.
poops, but you know, it's like okay.
Not
See,
everybody
that's
with
we're
a
all on the same
phone in
page.
their hand, you know.
See, kind of the flip of that. My favorite line of that was after he banged the girl. He
Oh,
looks
and he's
in
like,
there.
I'm going to need a
I need a
scientist.
copy of
Scientist,
that.
I need a
Yeah,
copy of
yeah.
that.
Hey, we'd all do the same thing.
Yeah,
We'd be
fuck
like, oh,
yeah. Fuck
Like,
yeah.
we need a copy
She
of
was
this.
super cute.
Yes, she was. Can I just say this dude's fucking house is awesome.
Oh, I
Mhm.
love the layout of his house.
Dude, I don't know what this dude does, but clearly he's got money. It's clearly not needed for the story, but whoever's house they film this at, I fucking love your house, dude. Like,
That
that's fucking-
Bravo on the awesome.
oh my
fucking
god.
house.
I walk inside to walk outside to walk back inside.
That was insane.
It's like, what are we doing here, dude? But it was cool, man. Kind of weird, like, because she was saying like how they see the ghosts, but then the ghosts really start like fucking with shit too. So it's clearly is it like once you see them, then they can start doing shit, or
It's probably once you pay attention to them and you give them
then
that,
you give them that power, kind of.
that power.
Okay.
You know what's funny is, and this is in my notes. I don't know if you guys picked up on it, but when the doctor gave him the implant and everything, he knows what he's going to see because the doctor straight up tells him there's a chance you're going to start seeing
Seeing
things."
glitches.
Yes,
Yeah.
he does. Yeah, he
Yeah.
does. He does say that.
Which I remember the first time fucking watching this dude, and he said that. I thought we were gonna get like a glitch too, where I was like, is he gonna be able to see the glitch? Totally fucking not even what I expected it to be. Obviously, the first time I was like,
Well,
damn it.
I still want a full length version of that.
I
Yeah,
also
it'd be cool
think the
glitch.
doctor told him glitch to just say it was.
Yeah,
you know,
it was
something
a
mechanical. He just wanted to say that when he knows it's like, no, you're actually going to see something. But we're going to call.
You're going to
this
see
so
some
you don't
fucking
see it."
ghosts, man.
It was a fluff piece.
Which I got to tell you, the first time him seeing it, him by himself before the girl comes, going through the house, and that little girl appears out of nowhere.
Oh, that was creepy as shit.
That
Oh my
scared the piss
God.
out of me.
creepy.
That
as
was
shit.
me the first time I played Phasmophobia, and the fucking thing, but like, God.
That was like, dude. I forgot to mention earlier. So I did watch Hell House LLC last week, and that
Nice.
made me think of when the dude is in his bed in that,
bro, and then she's just sitting against
and
the
that
wall.
fucking yeah. Oh
Yeah.
god, that creeped me the hell out. Especially when he lifted the covers and it's right there.
Yeah, man, because he's doing the little kid fucking like I'm just gonna hide behind here.
Mhm.
Good. But no, man, this one, I mean, you know, we don't get a lot of deaths, but we do get some nice titties.
We do.
That is for sure. Unfortunately, our girl, what the hell was her name? Clarissa,
Yeah.
I think. She gets drowned in his hot tub, small
That
tiny
was a
pool. I'm not sure.
swimming pool.
It was a
Swimming pool. Okay,
Yeah.
it was just a tinier pool.
He had a big house. He only had enough
Yeah.
room for a small pool.
Listen, man.
It was
She
a
drowned
nice little pool, though.
Yeah, it
Fuck
was.
yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Can I just say he did not seem like he was trying to like that hard to save her?
No, not
No,
at
he
all.
wasn't.
Thank you. Okay, it wasn't just me then. Like
No.
maybe he was like, oh, I can't get my eye wet.
Well, and that's what I thought. I thought maybe he didn't dive in right away because of the eye. He
That
didn't
makes
want
sense.
to ruin the eye. But at that point, you
Fuck
know
it,
there's
dude.
shit. You're already seeing everything. But I mean, is seeing it really going to give you an advantage?
Yeah, but
No.
dude, taking it out, they're still going to be there and fuck with
Yeah,
you. I'd rather be able to
exactly.
see. I'd rather be able to see them at least. At least you
True.
know where it's
Mhm.
like. I don't know. That's how I personally.
I would have
feel.
tried to save the titties a lot harder.
Yeah, not just fucking be like, here's a pool noodle. Like, no, fucking jump in there. It's a
I would have been like, wait,
5 foot
don't die.
pool.
Your uncle's watching again. Wait, don't die.
Don't die. Come here. I'll help you.
You know, the uncle only came in closer when she was like, here, like, let's do this. And then when they started doing it, then all of a sudden he looked and then it was like closer. It was just like, ew, dude, go away, bro. Like, go in the corner or something. I mean, so you think she did that because her uncle was there?
Mm-hmm.
no, she did it because
Well,
she
well, no, I know, but like, what was the reason Chad said earlier? Because like, I figured she did it as to like a full-on distraction for them both, so he just goes away. Like,
was it. No, I think he said
It
was
might
to
have
do
been-
to
it
try
might
to
have
make
been
him
to
her
ignore-
unattractive to him. That's it.
oh yeah.
Yeah,
See,
I mean,
I just
it also could have been for that reason that if you don't pay them attention,
right. That's
They don't
kind of
have
what
any
I thought.
power.
That's
Yeah.
why she was like, focus on me, focus on these right here. And it's like
Mhm.
done. I don't know. Chad Daddy is back. Okay.
Yeah, sorry, had to pee.
No, you're right. I was actually asking a follow up to what you kind of said earlier about like her reasoning to fuck in front of the uncle. What I was saying to them is I thought it was just a full like just distraction, like no focus on him, all focus on us, then he'll go away.
Maybe.
But I guess it's open to interpretation. Okay, so
It just seemed like a really impulsive way to do that versus like, if I don't do this, he's gonna kill me.
Which. So then here's my thing though. When she does get drowned, would you say that's his spirit that killed her? Or is it
I don't know
some
who
other
that
random
was,
spirit?
dude. That
Oh,
was
no.
just
You know what I mean?
that was a
I'm so
bunch of spirits.
curious.
And why are they all pissed off, dude?
because they're
Yeah.
dead.
I get that, but it's like
yeah,
it's
but
not
that's
like
a
they're
lot of
fucking-
pissed off spirits coming for him. It makes me wonder.
Okay, but you have to
'cause then-
think of it like this, Bobby. Think
He's got
think
the
of it
shine,
in
baby.
the Insidious aspect of it. Okay, in Insidious, what do the
they're
dead
attracted
want?
to.
They're attracted to. They
the-
want to
yeah.
live. Okay,
right.
so
That's
let's
true.
not
Yeah,
let's
you're-
say
okay.
that's not what they want, but they sense that light. They sense that somebody can see us, somebody can hear us. So for what reason they're pissed, I don't know, but that's why they're drawn to them because they know they can see them. They know they can hear them.
Okay. Yeah. All right. You're right. That makes sense.
I mean, not that I need a deep dive in why
No.
ghosts are attacking people in a 15-minute fucking short film. You know what I mean? Like we don't have to deep dive on this. It was just just food for thought. But yeah, then how does he actually get killed? Because like he pops his eye out.
I thought they like crushed his head or some shit.
Something.
Is that
I
what
think
it
they
was?
did it off
Yeah,
screen.
it
I'm not
was-
100%
yeah, it was
sure.
something like. I think you just heard the noise.
Yeah, because they like drag him away and you hear something.
Brody
I
wants to
think
know
it's
how
a
the eye
technology
got-
thing, Brody. I think so. There's
Like
this
how cameras can see ghosts and shit.
how cameras can see ghosts, and then there's this. I don't know if it's true or not. I never really dug deep into it, but supposedly during Vietnam, when night vision goggles first were introduced, they weren't the green night vision goggles that we know. They were red, and when they were being used, they were seeing demons and shit in like because of the one of the chemicals that was in
Okay, so I've looked into that, and what that actually was is the chemicals that they used in that were
We're causing
radioactive and it's
yeah,
causing hallucinations.
causing hallucinations. Yes, but
Jesus Christ, dude.
but
Holy
it's
shit.
kind of the same concept. Like if you think of the urban legend aspect of it, it was that red tint that caused them to see. You know what I mean? So maybe
The
it's
UV
a
And they
step-
and they're using the fact that they use green night vision now as opposed to that
Mhm.
as opposed to red as the no
Yeah.
the reason it's green is because the human eye can differentiate more
Yeah.
shades of green
Yeah.
than any other color
That makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
because it's right in the middle of the visual spectrum.
So Brody, I would say they're attracted to him literally because, like Steve said, he's paying attention to him, and they could see that he's paying
Mhm.
attention to him, and so then that's why it's just like, hey, energy source,
You could see us, we could see you. Hi.
right? Think of it like Dr. Sleep, man. Like those ghosts are attracted to people that have the shine. So it's
Ooh,
like,
Rose the Hat.
God, I gotta watch that.
I know. I was thinking about the other day. I was like, man, maybe I need to do a fucking Shining and Dr. Sleep fucking combo.
I don't know, we just did the theatrical cut of that, didn't we? Like
I
don't
thought
think
we
that-
did director's cut.
I
No,
don't remember.
theatrical.
Or Dr. Sleep.
Dr. Sleep.
I thought it was just theatrical.
Yeah, it was
Oh.
theatrical.
I probably watched the director's cut. That's probably why.
I do not. I didn't even know there was one, so I'm just gonna go with that. Okay, so our main guy dies, and then we are back to tape 49, and this is where she's got her like bloody nose, I think, right? Or is that after the second?
Mm, I
No,
think it's
not
after
just-
the
No,
second
she's
one.
just kind of like into it. And she
Yeah,
was like,
she's
"Oh, that
into
was
it. Yeah.
weird. What the fuck
Yeah.
is this?" Yeah. Okay. Okay. So then we go into second one, which is Ride in the Park.
Oh my god.
This is a fun
Absolutely
one.
loved this one. Such a
Yeah.
great concept.
And this was a weird one because I can only speak for myself, but like even the first time going into it, 2013, kind of zombied out at that point. Not gonna lie, right? But I feel like this is such short, sweet, and such an original concept with a zombie thing.
Yes.
I'm all fucking for it, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you almost never see anything from the zombies' perspective.
No,
No.
not the transfer. Like we've all seen transformation and everything, but right, like not the full like step for step beat. And obviously these zombies are a little different. I would say these are probably closer to classic Night of the Living Dead, where they still have different functions. They're not just like completely, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
They
always
move
saying
a
that
little
not
quicker, but
completely
they're not
mindless.
like,
Right. Like he still has obviously some semblance in his mind somewhere at the end of it to do what he does, but no,
Which
this
was fucking gnarly. I fucking love that shit.
Bro,
The way you just see the
Yeah.
camera.
that was such a fucking good. Not even that, but the fucking run over of the car.
Yeah.
That
Yes.
shot into
Oh.
that. Oh, dude, it was so good. But
Listen, that
Okay,
whole
it's-
birthday party segment of everybody just going crazy is fucking
honestly, that
phenomenal.
was terrifying. I mean,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
not
Happy birthday.
like- not like I was like, you know what I mean? Like, not like, oh my God, scared, but like just the full fucking thought of just like, fuck, dude, what would you do if you were at a kid's party and a bunch of zombies just like, fuck,
I was-
dude,
I was-
like,
This is the movie that makes you question if someone does their birthday party in a park, you go like this.
No, here's
Are
what
you
this movie
sure?
here's what this movie put in my fucking head. If I'm ever walking through the woods and I come across a dead body, guess what? I'm going back to my car, then
Or-
calling the cops.
That
you know what?
too.
I'll meet you one even quicker. Some lady screaming that her husband got hurt and bit, and I'd be like, all right, cool. I'm gonna go over here and call the police.
Yeah.
I will be back.
Yeah.
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 But if you
no.
get killed, I'm not calling the police. I'm just running away.
You know what? Moral of the story is don't go out and exercise. Listen to your girlfriend and stay home and ride her. Just like she said.
Yep.
Yeah,
You know what? That dude, he
That
failed
dude
right
could
there.
have just been having a wonderful
Yeah.
morning. Nope.
He could have still been getting his cardio in a way more fun way. And nope, instead he got zombified. But no, I don't know. It's we've seen GoPro found footage movies and stuff before. It's not like that was new or anything, but the whole idea of like you see this dude setting it up and you get the whole process of him turning into a zombie, trying different things, right? He eats himself, spits it the fuck out.
Yeah,
Love
doesn't
that,
like it.
dude.
and he tries eating his fucking wallet.
Yeah, spits that out. And then when they're eating the one guy, when the couple that find him when he first reanimates, and they're eating that one guy until that guy turns, and then they're just like, oh, that tastes like shit.
Dude,
All right,
and
they're
I
just-
love when he fucking wakes up and his
he just, like,
intestines are
looks.
fucking dragging around. Dude, because this one was kind of scary. If you think
Yeah,
about it, it's kind of
why not?
terrifying.
Yeah.
But it's also really fucking funny watching the zombie movements because, like you said, they're not just mindless. They know
No.
they know they're fucking dead, but they also have this other instinct now that's driving them.
Yeah.
And it's they need to eat. But what do they need to fucking eat? I don't know. Let's figure it the fuck out.
But like even when he gets the fork in the eye, so now that's continually part of the shot
Yeah.
until we get to the end. But it's like where he's hitting himself against the fucking van and you see his reflection on that
Mhm.
shit.
Oh my god.
Oh, that shit was fucking awesome. That scene was great. I'm not gonna lie, it was nice to see the family get out like alive. That at least
Yeah.
one family in your. But here's my question: why is there always one dude with a shotgun that just never pays attention to his six?
Never, ever,
Because he never does. He
ever.
just never does.
Ever.
I was thinking the same.
Never looks over his shoulder once. Just, yeah.
He's like so badass, but he's like, I can't look behind me. It's just not in my
Like,
radar.
I'm sorry, man. I'd be scoping 360. I'd be looking more than I'm shooting. You know what I mean?
I would be on top of the vehicle shooting.
Something,
Fuck
dude,
being on the
just
ground
And
at
not
that
just
point.
stand still either. Move
No,
around.
definitely
Be
move
mobile.
around a little bit. Give
Yeah.
him fucking,
Yeah.
you know, side to side. But it gives us the reason for the story of why our
Serpentine.
fucking A, dude. Just back and forth. But you know, that's how we get our shotgun at the end. I like that our zombie still has a little bit of humanity left. Like he picks up the bear. I think that's like the first thing that
Yeah.
because he
and then
picks up the
gets-
bear before he butt dials his girlfriend, right?
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he picks up the bear. That's when he gets hit by the car. And I think that's when he butt dials his girlfriend as he's looking at the other girl. Which,
Yeah.
why is that other? I mean, listen, I get people like act ridiculous in crazy situations, but like that woman just watched all these people get eaten in front of her, and she's still sitting there just crying. And it's like, bitch, get up and fucking move.
She's in
Like,
shock.
Ow!
man. Barbara,
I
look
get
at
it.
Barbara. Look at Barbara.
Yeah, but she was a terrible fucking
Yeah.
character.
Well,
So,
yeah. Well,
OG Barbara, not
OG
90s
Barbara. Yeah, not 90s.
90s
90s
Barbara,
Barbara
is
was
a
a beast.
totally
90s Barbara
bad.
was
Yeah,
great.
she was a badass, dude. OG Barbara was just like, you're fucking worthless. Go away.
Oh,
Like,
rip.
you're not helping anything.
Rest in peace, Tony Todd.
Fucking
Yes.
yeah, right. But no, this was a good zombie movie, and it's kind of in a world where zombie shit is just, God, dude, it's a fucking dime a dozen. This is pretty solid.
yeah.
And we got some incredible gore in just this quick amount of
Mhm.
film
Ooh,
we
we
got,
In that
did,
short
dude.
amount of time, that yeah,
And
a
more.
lot.
and more.
That's right. Because and not even gore, but just like, I mean, I don't know. Would the puking be considered gore? Is that the more part? When
That's
she's just
the N
that one
word.
first chick is just fucking retching in the fuck, like when he first finds her. It's like that, even at that moment, that's where you're just like,
Yeah, I'm out.
I'm
Like,
good,
That's
dude.
nice.
Like,
Have a good day.
I don't even like taking care of my friend's trunk. I don't even know you. Like, fuck
This
off.
movie just teaches you not to play the hero.
Yeah.
It teaches
Stay
you to
home.
stay
Stay
home,
home.
ride your girl, and have a nice day.
Fucking
Mhm.
right, dude. It's 100%. Okay, so then we go back after that.
Tape
And
49.
like you guys mentioned, yeah, he blows his brains out. So we get a great fucking 360 shot of the camera flying in the air and then landing on his dead body. Ends. So yeah, goes back to tape 49. This is where she has the bloody nose, I think.
Yes.
right?
I
believe so.
And this is where we first, or that might have been at the beginning of the other one, where we first see Kyle or whatever, the dude that shot his face, the kid that they're looking for.
We see him.
Don't you see him in the background?
You saw him in the
there?
background
Yeah.
at the beginning.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's I'm just mixing up. All right. Safe Haven is the third fucking one. Now
This
this
one,
one, dude.
Christ.
Makes me still question. So, real quick, I have to say it like this: what I do for work, I clean a lot of big houses, and by big houses, I mean people who have money. This is where this little segment made me start thinking about when I go into these neighborhoods. I just go like, this is all a cult. Someone's giving birth right now in the fucking basement somewhere. It's just not coming out. Like, this makes me not scared, but skeptical of most neighborhoods that I'm in anymore.
You're gonna walk into
Every-
a house and it's gonna be the shunting.
Yo,
Well,
I've
at
walked in
least-
some of the houses and they look like that house, and I'm like,
I mean,
how long we have to be here?
at least with this compound, in order to find something like this, you know you got to go deep outside of society.
Yeah.
And then you're just like, where the fuck are we? And then you find this
Yeah.
small city.
But this one was kind of very unnerving also because it's this film crew following this cult or trying to interview this cult. And things seem pretty normal at first.
Which
Normal
Well,
is
normal-
like the
normal-
most
normal
yeah,
for a
I was-
cult.
yeah.
You know what I
normal,
mean?
quote
Like
unquote.
normal-ish for a cult until we get
out.
into that lower level.
Yeah.
You know what, man? And it's not, but it's not though. Like there's shit right off the bat that they're just kind of like, what? Because when they first get there, there's that one girl who introduces herself, and they were like, oh,
Yeah.
and she's very young, and they're like, yeah, and she's like, no, I'm a woman. She's like, father made me, blah blah blah. And you're just like, what?
Yeah.
So right at the get go, they're just like, yo, dude, there's some wrong shit going on here.
But if you've
right?
ever watched
I feel
any
bad 'cause
documentaries about cults,
Oh yeah. No, dude, every cult leader's just like, nobody's allowed to have sex with any of the women except for me.
except for
Yeah,
me,
Like, and
that's
it's like, wait a
literally-
minute, what? You're like, nah, fuck, dude. Like, my cult
Let's-
is the best cult.
That cult leader, dude, his
He's fucking scary, dude.
his face made me terrified all the time.
I laughed when he blew up.
Oh, that was great.
I loved the part where the guy that was interviewing him left, and it was just the cameraman and the cult leader sitting there,
Yes,
and they're
just
just
back and
staring at
forth,
each
like,
other.
What do I do?
It comes back, and the guy's just
Now-
one of my favorite moments is when he goes over to the loudspeaker and he's cutting himself as he's doing it.
Well, that's what happens when they first get in there, right?
Yeah,
Like,
he cut
know,
himself.
he was cutting himself. He was putting a shirt on, obviously. And that's when they were like, yo, there's blood on the microphone. And they're like, what? And they're like, just fucking roll with it, dude. I don't know, man. This segment could have been a whole movie.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I would have been fucking
Absolutely.
for it.
Mhm.
any one of these could have been a whole movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I'm saying this one specifically, like, not that we didn't get the next one into a full movie, obviously, but this one, I want a full movie.
But see, this one I couldn't get into because, like I said, I didn't have subtitles, so I had no fucking clue what was going on.
Sucks,
See, that,
dude.
that,
yeah,
that
does suck.
sucks. Yeah, that sucks.
that changes the whole dynamic of whatever the fuck you're watching at that point.
That's
Also,
why
basically-
I didn't like this until it started picking up at the end when the weird fucking occult shit started happening.
Okay, so a lot of that shit probably they layer this out pretty good, man. Like, obviously, if you know the main dude, his woman is cheating on him with her best friend.
I was gonna say, yeah.
It's told through, like, there's just little things that you get leading up to where, like, all of a sudden she starts getting sick, and then they have a conversation, which then you obviously get the full exposition drop.
Oh no,
Yeah.
it's the clues are right there at the very beginning when he's
Oh,
filming.
100%.
Belly.
When they're first micing her up and she's
Yeah.
doing that. Yeah, 100%, dude. Like, and I'm not gonna lie, I didn't notice it the first time. Second
Oh,
time,
I
though,
did
for
right
sure.
away. I saw her holding her belly like that. I'm like, she's pregnant.
Yeah. Brody
don't
says
think
they
they did,
made a
Brody.
movie. Did they?
I don't think it was based on this.
So
I'm
look
going
up.
Google right now.
But yeah,
two
so
spin-offs I know of are Siren and Kids versus Aliens.
correct. So they get to the cult leader. The cult leader says they have specific, rules that they got to follow and stuff. Obviously, they're also being filmed, and they say it's for security purposes and shit. But they see classrooms full of kids, and
Which- That in a cult setting right there.
yeah,
If that just don't make you go, I think we need to go.
but that's cults, dude. Cults will literally pull in, like, legit, look at fucking Jonestown and shit, dude. How many full ass families were involved in that?
Yeah. No,
And,
not so much the people that are in there, like this camera crew. Because I don't know about if I was on that camera crew, I'd be like, suddenly I'm sick, guys.
I would have went packing. I would have been carrying a fucking gun
Yeah,
if I
yeah.
belonged to a cult. I don't
If-
give a fuck.
Where was
Would
this
they have-
supposed to be?
would
Was
they
this
have-
Korea?
Indonesia.
Indonesia? I don't know gun laws in Indonesia. I mean, obviously the cult had guns, but that doesn't mean
Yeah,
they didn't have
all
them
had 'em.
legally,
Yeah.
right? So I don't know. Like, I feel like these people wouldn't have been. There was nobody on the team that I feel like would have snuck in an illegal gun. They didn't
No,
seem
they're
like that-
definitely not that group of people. That's for
Yeah.
sure. They're not.
Pussies.
like other found footage crews. Probably there's a couple I could think of, but no, man. Like, once they're all leading up in this cult, like every cult, there's this thing they're leading up to, like a Heaven's Gate kind of thing. But their thing isn't that they're all going to heaven and shit. The thing is like they're already there and they're ready for their master,
Demise.
essentially. Is it Payman? Was or
Yeah.
no? Was did they?
I
Did
thought,
they?
I thought it was
I
Payman.
say I thought they threw a name on it, but I could be wrong. There's no laws in Indonesia. Brody said.
He's probably not wrong.
He might.
Winks, wink, wink. I don't know what that means, but no, this this movie this segment, all of a sudden just those going balls to the wall, man. When the bells go off and the father or the leader, or whatever, is like, oh, it's time, when he starts doing his little spiel.
God,
man, everything fucking flips on its head, dude. I'm so sad you didn't get to watch this in its full, like,
seriously,
that
dude.
sucks,
Oh.
dude. That sucks. And for Brody too, man. Like, you know what you got to do next time you watch it? You got to do what I did. Go the high seas. Yeah.
That's how I got a copy of this in the first place. So
Yeah, it's all right, bro. Just got to put the eye patch on the other eye. That's all. But no, all in all, man, it leads up into the cheating partners bringing about the Antichrist, I guess.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
which that scene
Yeah,
alone,
yeah.
watching from behind of it coming out of her torn stomach.
Which
Oh,
we all know how that was done, right? Like that table shot is like one of the
Mhm.
simplest ones in the book, but
Oh,
still
yeah.
looked fucking
looked cool
cool,
as fuck.
man.
Yeah, and then we
Let's-
get this giant fucking goat-headed demon thing, which didn't
Which-
look that great.
No,
But
it
head,
was-
the
no, it
body
could've been
looked
better.
good. The head looked
The head
fucked.
looked
Yeah.
shit.
it
But-
could have been way better.
thankfully you don't
But-
get a real good look at that until the very end.
It was still scary because I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Even if it looked that goofy in real life,
Real life, it was
if
still
that
be
fucking thing was
terrifying.
standing in front of me, I'm fucking pissing and shitting and just be like,
Yep.
kill me. And if
Yeah,
it called me
yeah.
dada, I'd be like, fuck.
I got that.
Did it say
That
Dada or Papa?
no, it's a
Papa.
that,
Papa, yeah.
it's yeah. That one really got me because all you see is the head come over. It's like,
So-
oh, that hurt.
Like, the first time I heard that line, I didn't know how I felt about that because I was just like, but at the same time, I'm like, you know what? It is his theoretically born whatever.
Yeah,
But I do like the shot of him just completely losing it, dude, and drooling and fucking like.
no. Oh god, the fucking
No?
snot.
Oh, I loved
Oh.
it, dude. I
Oh,
love
turn
that
this
shot. It was
Now,
oh no, it does. It's gross. I'm not gonna
Here's-
say it's not, but it's just that dude is at that fucking point. You know what I mean? Where it's like,
here's my question
He's
for you
broke.
boys. And especially you, Bobby, because one day you're going to be a dad. Okay.
oh god.
Let's say this exact scenario happened to you, right? And you're trying to get away, and this fucking goat demon knocks you off the fucking side of the road, climbing out the car, you're hurt, and it calls you Papa. What's your next step? What do? Do you stand beside your demon son and take over the world? Like, what the
yeah,
fuck?
dude, I'm
yeah.
gonna be, dude. This is gonna be a King Cold, Lord Frieza type of situation where I'm like, all right, I'm here, but I'm gonna step back to the side and let my son Frieza do some shit, and I'm gonna sit here and fucking. I'm sorry,
You
man.
know something?
I'm gonna be
I'm
You're
Duke
like, shit, I guess
somewhere.
I'm the father of the Antichrist now.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
I just
I'm like, but the thing is that I would be that dad that's just like, go ahead, do whatever you want to me, son. Come
Can
on.
you
I
just-
mean,
Can you just make sure to keep all the hot girls around for me, though? I mean, you already got rid of mom. Like, I'm gonna need some company. You can't kill everybody. You got to leave somebody for me, okay?
I
like,
just
bro-
need one. I just need one.
Son, I got 2 words for you. Salma Hayek. You can have everybody else.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, dude. That would just be a new world order at that fucking point for me. So, be like, yep, we're doing this thing.
That's I don't know why the way you said that, Chad Daddy, the first thing that came to mind was Kramer. Prenup.
No, I mean, honestly, like, I don't know. What would other. I guess you could kill yourself, but what the fuck with that? Whatever. I would say just live it out, dude. See how it
yeah.
goes.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
You can always pull the
Um,
trigger down the road, dude. It's
Yeah,
not,
that's fair. That's
that
fair.
option's still there.
I just want to see if you boys were on the same page as me.
Like, could he teach you how to get demonic powers down the road? Because like that would be a game changer if I can get superpowers.
Bro, I need a spin-off of this movie where it's the dad but I want it as a comedy with the dad trying to teach him to be nice.
Wasn't that already a show?
What's that episode of Rick and Morty where fucking Morty has
No, but what was that show with fucking Ben Wyatt, dude, where he's like the stepfather to to Damien or whatever?
Oh, yeah,
Isn't
but I mean,
that kind of that idea?
I want him in this demonic form.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
Sending him to fucking kindergarten. and
I'm
he's
not
fucking
making
giant-
that up though.
He's
right?
a full-size demon, but
He's
you're
a
still going to change
full-size
his
demon.
diapers.
You got to change his diapers. You got to fucking bottle feed him at night. When he gets pissed off and throws a tantrum, fires of hell start burning.
You just got to bring him an entire cow. He just fucking.
He goes on field trips and shit. You got to pack him
Oh
lunch.
man, fucking A.
I picture him waiting there for the school bus going into kindergarten. He's got his backpack and everything.
Fuck yeah, dude.
The teacher pisses him off and the teacher explodes. You can't keep doing this shit.
Honestly, as a personal joke to me, I would have to send him to Catholic school. Like it would just be.
Oh my God, yes. Holy shit.
Scoobs is like, oh my God, dude, the fucking
I'm going to Chat GPT with this, damn it.
fucking A, dude. Alrighty. So yeah, obviously Demon gets born, chases and kills everybody else. And great segment. If you haven't seen it, go see it. Lots of fucking deaths. Crazy fucking and like I would say a lot of like shocked face deaths probably for the first time watching it. Maybe I'm wrong, but I remember the first time, every time like something else happened, I was just like, oh shit, dude.
Well,
like,
I totally didn't expect that dude to get his head fucking blown off. Like, I thought he
oh,
he was the main character.
dude?
Yeah.
Yeah, they set that up really good too, because you feel like that dude's gonna be your protagonist, and then it turns out it's like the shitty friend that's sleeping with his girlfriend, and you're like, oh, okay, weird.
That's
But-
some fucked up shit.
Fucking A, dude. Okay, so then we go back to our interlude. This is
I do have one
where-
question about this, though.
Go ahead, sir.
Does this tie into the zombie one? Because when the
Oh, because they
Hulk
kind of
comes
make
back-
the zombies a little bit when they're
Yeah.
not.
yeah,
so-
like they had the same eyes and everything.
But it didn't make everybody zombies, which is weird because remember, like there was like
Yeah, only certain
so there was
ones.
because there was like that doctor with his patients, but then when you went by when like everything was like they were literally fucking each other to death. And it was like, what the fuck was that about, bro? What is happening in there, dude? So I feel like it was just a chaos bomb, pretty much, dude. It was just like some people might get zombified, some people might not. I don't you know what I mean? Because like our main crew people didn't get zombified right away, whether like our main dude was because it was the father and that's why he wasn't affected. I don't fucking know. But yeah, that was a very shocking moment when that dude fucking blew the other guy's brains out and then looks at our main guy and goes, it's been a pleasure to meet you. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
fuck, bro. Fuck. But so then we go back to our interlude. This is where the girl is gone, correct? Or what happens? I can't remember. He comes back with the medicine or something, and she's just completely out of it.
I think she was not gone, but she was passed out, I think, at this point.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then because she doesn't die until the very last, like when it finally goes back to it at the end, right?
Yeah.
Like, okay. Word. All right. So this is the next or last segment is Slumber Party Alien Abduction. And even though this one actually has a movie that we're recovering next week, this might have been my least favorite. I don't know.
You know,
I
I will
like the
say,
full blown movie better than this.
I will
Okay, I haven't
say,
seen. I have not seen it, so I do not know.
out of all of the films in this one, it is my least favorite one.
And that's not saying it's not
I'm
bad.
not saying it's bad.
Right, 100%.
But-
It's just
Aliens don't. I don't know. Aliens aren't scary to me.
you know what I think it was though too. Me personally, they should have switched this with the cult one and had the cult one last.
Be the last one. Yeah.
This should have not followed
Oh,
the
yeah.
cult one
Because I feel like the cult one's stronger than this one.
Yeah.
yes, 100%.
I
And
can't
Chad,
agree
I
with
may
that 'cause
disagree
I-
because
I-
you
I
didn't.
have-
you
No,
didn't
and that
Yeah.
sucks, dude.
That does suck.
oh.
That does suck. But I feel like the cult one was so strong, and then this one's just kind of like
Like, it was good.
it's good. It is.
It would have been
very good. But
I feel it would have been a good starter. Like, I feel like
yeah,
eyeball one, alien, zombie, cult. Like, that's how I would have laid it out. But
yeah.
because I feel like the cult one, when you're bringing in the fucking Antichrist, dude, like that should be the end of fucking everything, right? At that point, you're like, oh, this is why shit's going fucking crazy, dude. Like,
I do like this segment, but the movie again that we're going to be watching next week, the movie, yeah,
The movie
That's-
fleshes it out so much more.
Okay, so
Oh,
let
I'm
me ask you
sure.
this. I've never seen the movie. Never seen it. But from the title of it, to me, it sounds like
Super Nintendo game.
a kid, like a kid's movie, like kids versus aliens. It makes it
Okay,
seem
well-
like it's something you would see on like Nickelodeon.
Interesting.
I get
If
that.
this was on,
Okay.
it's fair by the title, but if this was on Nickelodeon, that'd be heavily censored.
Is the main movie rated R? Do we know?
I think.
I mean, we'll know next
I
week.
will
anyway.
I know
check
there's
that right
there's a
now.
good bit of gore in it.
Okay.
Yeah, there is.
So there's no gore in this one, really. We get a little blood at the end on a dog, but
Yeah,
that's about
we don't
it.
even know if any of these kids. So, spoiler that the kids everybody gets abducted by aliens by the end.
Which I do like.
Which
Like,
but you
nobody's
don't know what. Right.
nobody's
and you,
safe in this one.
and you don't know what happens to them. Like,
Also, like, and I don't know.
So Kids
it's
vs.
just
Aliens
cool. Like,
is not rated, actually.
oh, interesting. Okay.
I
is
just
it
think
found
that 'cause it made-
footage or is it just a normal
No,
movie?
it's
No, it's a
straight up
normal movie.
Okay. So this one's cool because the dynamic is, you know, it starts off normal. It's just kids being dipshits to each other, blah, 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 whatever. But then we have a reason of why it's being filmed after the whole fact, after the fact, and that's because it's on the dog. Because Scoops, you had some.
I was gonna say I do have one problem with this. Okay.
Is it the kid jerking it in the middle of the living room
No,
from his friend?
no.
What the fuck,
It's
bro?
the
You don't
kid-
do that. No.
It's the kid hiding in the closet watching his sister fuck and then
Oh,
running out.
yeah.
that's
Like,
a
Yeah.
what the
long-
fuck? Like, no. What? No. Like, no.
Not your, you know,
Like, if it was just the friends, cool. Because
Yes, or
she's
if it was-
hot. You know what I mean? Like, she's the hot sister.
yes.
But, bro,
That's your sister.
that was
bro.
his sister. And she
This
was
isn't-
That
riding
ain't
dick
right.
at that time. Like, what
This
the
isn't
fuck?
Amityville 2, man. We're not
No,
doing that
it's
shit,
not.
bro. Like, it's
And then the
just-
kid jerking off, that fucking made me laugh. I'm like, Jesus
I
Christ.
laughed my ass off because there was always one kid like that. You're
There's
like,
always
bro,
one.
what the fuck, dude? You're like, I'm sleeping right over here.
Mhm.
No probes. I don't know, Gene. There could be. We didn't get up to the ship.
Yeah, there might have
Um,
been hella probes going on.
But I will.
Steph had a big question about it, and
Ooh.
then I told her it is the answer to the movie because the first glimpse that you see of any of the aliens is actually underwater.
Yeah.
Mhm.
When
the
they're
kid
first
jumps
swimming
in.
up. Yep.
Yeah, and you see it, and there's an alien in there. It's just real quick, and he didn't really react to it. She's like, she's like, I'm confused. Were the aliens underwater? Like, where was? I'm like, yes, the spaceship is underwater.
And if I'm not mistaken, the cops were never there, right? Like that
No.
was the aliens too, right?
That was the
Yeah, that
aliens.
was
It was the
an
aliens
alien.
fucking with them.
You know,
So
I will say it does have a
they do.
creepy
Do they do
scene.
that in the movie too, Bobby? I don't remember. I want to say I think they do.
I actually think the cops show up in the movie.
I don't.
It's been a
remember.
hot minute, but I think they do.
I will say there was one scene that gave me the creeps, and that is when the aliens first are noticed in the house, and you just see
Yeah,
that
dude.
shadow go
was
across the
creepy.
fucking glass doors.
I'm
That was creepy.
I'm a sucker for a good alien abduction, alien invasion movie. So I really enjoyed this.
I like them.
I enjoy
they're
it, but
just
like I
not
said, the movie.
scary to me. Like, I feel like ghosts are scarier than zombies and or not than fucking aliens and stuff. So for me, this one it's good. Like, I'm not saying it's bad. It's not bad at all. It
Is it
just didn't
because-
hit as well as the other ones did for me.
Is it because, and I only ask this because I feel like I am in the same boat. One is like a legit physical being versus one that is not physical but still
Probably.
has an existence.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
like physical, you're still like, I can fight physicality.
Yeah, I'm gonna
with
fight you back.
physicality. Right.
Yeah.
But a ghost, like, what the fuck am I supposed to do about that, dude? You know what I mean? Like, I get it.
That's fair. Unless it's
Um,
like the thing.
Because even
I-
like zombies
Because zombies you
aren't
could fight. Like,
zombies aren't scary
No.
unless they run. That's when they're fucking scary. Dawn of the Dead zombies, I'd be fucking dead. Remake Dawn of the Dead.
Yeah.
Romero zombies, I'm living for a while.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
what about Night of Living, or what about Return of the Living Dead?
No, we're
zombies?
fucked. We're all fucked.
Let's
No,
say
we're- yeah, we
Return,
Yeah.
that.
I feel Return.
Nobody's
of the
getting out of that one.
Return of Living Dead zombies are top tier. Like
They're
the
fucking
worst.
top tier. You can't kill them. There's
They can-
nothing you can do.
they
You
can-
cut them
they
into
can-
pieces, the pieces come after you.
Yeah,
That's
can
true.
talk,
They were moving
they
around.
never die. They're more complex. They can do things like. But no, this movie, going back to the the alien abduction one, I liked how simple the aliens were.
Mhm.
I liked
They
how
were
clean,
literally
simple,
old style alien.
old school grays, bro. Fucking loved it. You gave me this shit in the 90s, dude. I would have fucking blown my load.
If you would have
Like,
given me this when Fire
Fox
in the
dropped
Sky.
the-
When Fire in the Sky.
Oh, Fire in the Sky. Great movie.
Remember when Fox dropped the alien autopsy?
Alien
You-
autopsy. I remember that shit.
Yeah, dude. It was on a train. You're like,
Yeah.
oh.
Dude, when fucking Fire in the Sky came out, and I was in high school, we had to do reports on different things, and I decided I'm doing my report on alien abductions.
Oh shit.
And to illustrate my point of alien abductions, I rented and brought in Fire in the Sky
Fuck
and
yeah,
showed that
dude.
scene. And I sat back and watched the entire classroom squirm.
Fuck yeah.
It was the finest thing ever. You know, funny thing, now that I realize it, my teacher for that class, she actually lives just right across the yard from me.
That's
Oh my god, that's even more funny.
That's awesome. But no, I mean, like I said, I still think this last segment was solid. Like I said, it wasn't my personal favorite, but that still doesn't mean that it wasn't it fucking did its job and was still really good.
Right, yeah.
I liked how like I said, I liked the dog cam because that was totally just somebody going around with fur on a camera filming that whole fucking thing. But it works, dude, and you feel bad. That's the worst death in the whole fucking movie,
Yep.
dude.
Yep.
You're just
Like,
like,
hated it.
Oh, yeah.
They killed the dog, hated it.
yeah, that's like instantaneous. You're like, boo.
Yep, she's like 0 out of 10.
Yep. Saddest death in the entire movie. Everybody else gets whole cults and kids get murked. You're just like, nah, whatever. Dog. You're like, fuck this movie. Burn it.
That's usually how it goes.
It is, dude. It absolutely is. And so then we go back to our interlude, and this is where shit goes to shit. It goes to
Yeah.
hell. How does she die? She starts just attacking him, and then he chokes her, or he breaks her neck. How
He
the
breaks
fuck?
her neck.
Yeah, but like, why? What did he start? Was she attacking him? I can't.
Yeah, she
even-
was attacking him. He was
Okay.
fighting back.
Which he had no reservations of fucking breaking her
No,
neck.
he
dude.
didn't.
Like he didn't even fucking.
No.
John, your sister has joined the chat.
Hey, what's up, Molly?
Molly!
What's up, Molly?
Yeah, so he breaks her neck, and then she comes back as fucking Samara from The Ring or something. I don't fucking know. And she's crawling all around, and yeah, it's fucking. She's creepy as fuck, dude. And then she gets. I would say her little jump scare at the end where she gets killed is actually a pretty solid jump scare. It was a nice little like you knew it was coming, but you just weren't, right, knowing of when the beat. And then we get the surprise ending of Kyle is still alive? Question mark.
I think he was.
Yeah.
I don't
I'll-
think he
I'll-
is, but I don't know.
He shot himself, and all you see is it just splits his jaw apart. It doesn't. You don't see it like
But doesn't he
Well,
like fall down on the ground, like lay there for a second?
it
and
gets
then
right
come
back up again.
I think he's dead.
Yes,
I
Gene,
think-
this is Bonanno.
I think he killed himself, and the whole point was that he watched the tapes in order.
To
So
bring
now,
himself back, right? Like,
yes, and so now he is technically immortal.
that's. I mean, yeah, there's got to be something. There's got to be some kind of magic with the tapes in order for you to do. Because like she died and she came back, so that's why I take it as he is also dead in the process.
And that's a very shitty way to come back, though. Like trying to kill yourself, and then you come back with your face all fucked up, and then you got to live the rest of life like that. That sucks.
You mean Beetlejuice style? Yeah.
That's like that episode of
You know, but they're like
fucking
perfect.
Tales from the Crypt, with who was in that fucking episode where they're zombies or whatever, and they're living. They get attacked by a vampire. Fuck, who was in that one?
Got me on that one, buddy. I am not
I don't think
that deep
I don't
knowledge
know.
of the show was.
Oh my god.
But so yeah. So anyways, Kyle kills our main douchey dude of the thing, and then it ends with him with a thumbs up, and that's fucking VHS too. So
Great.
yeah,
movie.
I'm
I
with
enjoyed it.
Bob. I think I've watched this one more than the first one. I have not seen the others. So
It's fun and it's scary. It's genuinely scary.
and like we've said, man, it just seems like all the scripts are a lot tighter and just a lot cleaner. So
And you know something? I'll even say it like this: all of these films and this whole
Mhm.
movie seem like something. I'm stretching it a little bit, but think about it for a minute, because God only knows where the world is. Could happen if life said, "Fuck it, this is how it's going to go." One of these or all these could happen to somebody at a different time.
So let's say all these universes are all intertwined and they're actually one, right? Because they're all tapes that are made on a different tape, whatever. So that means not only do we have ghosts that are legit, but also a zombie virus, an antichrist devil that came to Earth, and aliens are abducting
Mhm.
people.
Yeah.
That episode
And
I'm
on top
talking
of
about,
that, there's also some weird mysticism that allows people to become immortal by watching VHSs.
that episode I'm talking about, Ewan McGregor's in it.
Oh,
Yeah, it's called Cold War.
Ah, hello there.
what's it called?
It's called Cold War.
Cold War. All right,
Yeah.
check that out.
Okay.
So, man, we are deep into this episode.
Hello.
We are.
Yeah, and then we gotta hear Brody's take.
But we
and-
definitely got to hear Brody's take. He did say we already answered one of his questions, though. So,
Yeah, I want to hear what the second question
Mr.
is.
Brody Kane, everybody.
Howdy fucking doody there, folks. It's your Kangabanger back for another episode of fucking Gore. And this we're going to talk to y'all about VHS Part 2. What can I say? This was an absolute fucking gem to go back and revisit after all these years. A much, much better film than the first, of course. This film, I know it only has 4 stories in this one, but all 4 stories are actually really solid in visually storytelling throughout the old found footage genre. Even just the stories themselves are just intriguing. They're filled with all that good shit that we love, hence of the Gore and More title of our show. And I feel like the writers were a little bit more invested with this. They probably had a bit more of a bigger budget to play around with, of course. And it definitely shows throughout the bigger and broader, expandable sense of these stories, whether it is the writing or the visual aspect of it. So, yeah, let's get into it. So, kicking it off with the stories themselves, I definitely feel like this film flutters perfectly almost perfectly, from the weakest to almost the strongest. Back in the day, I loved the alien abduction fucking one, but having watched it tonight, I definitely felt like this one should have been number 3 and Safe Haven should have took its spot. And I also remember they killed the fucking dog. Whoever's idea that to kill the dog, you deserve a punch in the fucking mouth. Neither here nor there. Safe Haven is, spoiler alert, my fucking favourite. The insane production quality that this little segment has, trying to direct all these actors, the blocking between each and every single one of them, the way that the fucking Gore and More flutters throughout this here is absolutely fucking insane. You know, people's getting their heads blown off with seeing every little bit of aspect, and it's fun to see it from different camera aspects, and it all makes sense, and I love how it comes into play. And cults somewhat scare me a little bit. You know, I get freaked out by what they could, you know, potentially muster up, and this is a fucking prime example of it. So for me, Safe Haven was absolutely fucking flawless, incredible stuff. The very first one from Adam Wingard with the eye thing, you know, it was a bit hit and miss. I didn't really like the ghosts themselves. I thought they looked really cheap and nasty, so that really took me out of it. It looked like they just had, you know, a bit of foundation thrown on their face and fucking been up all night partying pretty much. So that one, not so good. The zombie one was actually pretty fun. I really enjoyed that. Just to see how they, you sort of get a little bit of a different take on the zombie genre here. You know, you get a little bit of sense of humanity flustered throughout these zombies. You know, there's a little bit there that they see throughout, like either it's a teddy bear or the reflection of themselves in a car window. The eye scene in this one, they just had the fucking poor old bros had to fucking stomach through 2 eye scenes straight up. So, you know, the eye scene in this one was actually
That's
really
true.
cool. I thought it was fucked up and
I
fun.
didn't even think.
And then obviously talk about Safe Haven. Then the alien abduction one was a fun time. I definitely feel like it was a fucking differently. Fuck me, can't even speak. A fucked up take on a Spielberg film. There you go. I really enjoyed that. That was fun. It kind of took me out of it a little bit seeing these actors play the aliens. You know, they just all fucking dressed up and whatnot. But yeah, other than that, this was a really fucking fun. Also, with Safe Haven, I have one question for y'all. When that wall explodes near the end of it, and we see someone running across the roof, who in the fuck was that? So I just want to quickly mention the story that flutters throughout the VHSs and then comes full circle by the end of the movie. I love how they're able to take that from the first film, chuck it in this, make it a much better story than that one, because I fucking hated the first, of course.
Or was it the demon?
There's 2 little things that I really enjoy about this the most, and that is the simple fact of there's a plot point in this is to see LC, the actor, blow his fucking jaw off, leave the room, and then that starts to unravel the mystery of what's been happening throughout that segment. And by the end of the movie, it's like, holy shit, that was actually really fucking cool. And second of all, to see LC in this, I completely forgot who was in this, who I've talked to on Skype many a fucking times. It was actually really cool to see him in this. And I was like, holy shit, I've spoken to him. LC's a really cool motherfucker. I forgot he was his. Unless I fucking missed something in the very first segment, why are the ghosts even there? And when he rips his eye out, why are they still there to kill him?
Because it's already.
If it's like what she
He doesn't
explained
see
in the
them.
earlier part of that
That's just
segment,
where the camera
that's
doesn't
lazy. That's just lazy writing.
Yeah,
to
but he
me.
can see him through the camera because it's
Just
like.
I don't know, unless I fucking missed something. But hopefully you guys can tell me. So that's 2 questions: the ghost in the very first segment, and the Safe Haven question about the shell.
Safe Haven one, dude. I
have
don't
no
know.
idea who the fuck that is.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say it's
I still think,
probably
even though
itself.
that's the weakest of this, it's still somewhat watchable and kind of great, I guess. But I am going to give VHS 2 a 4.4.
All right.
I really enjoyed the fuck out of this. A lot more better than that last one. But yeah, Kangy signed out. I look forward to hearing what you guys have to say about this fucking film, and I'll catch you mother lickers next week. So cheers, gentlemen.
Woo.
Cheers, Brody.
Brody,
Thank you kindly.
Thank you, Brody.
All righty.
Just thank you, sir. Thank
So
you,
we
sir.
have discussed quite a bit on this one. So Chad Daddy, I'm going to throw the reins to you, brother.
You know what? We're pretty far into this. I really don't have a whole lot of behind the scenes stuff. I will say Gareth Evans has said that the original cut for Safe Haven was 45 minutes and included more background on the film crew.
Ooh.
Ooh.
shit.
See, now we need that.
Wait, what are both shit films? Which what films are shit?
Oh, both Genesis and Dark Fate, but Dark Fate is not better than Genesis.
Yeah. I don't know, man. We cannot waste time on fucking that topic. We'll be here fucking for another 2 hours.
Yeah, a lot of stuff that we already talked about, and a lot of it's just background stuff, and it's really not important.
All right, that's fair. All right, well,
did you have the Blair Witch thing in there? I didn't mean to steal that.
Yeah,
from
it
you.
says the
Okay.
Safe Haven cult uses symbols similar to those used in Blair Witch Project.
Yes,
Both Eduardo
they do.
Sanchez and Adam
yeah.
Wingard, the directors of 2 other segments in this film, have directed Blair Witch films. Sanchez even being one of the series creators.
Films plural. What was the other one that was probably the Blair Witch 2019, right? Or 20
Probably.
Yeah.
That'd be my guess.
Because I think that was yes. Okay. All right. All right. Was there anything else you wanted to throw out there? I know, like I said,
Nothing really of importance. It's nothing.
Word. Well, we still appreciate you looking up the knowledge for us, Chad Daddy. Even
My
though
pleasure. Like I said, it wasn't nothing. It was just
as
saying,
always.
this person's debut, stuff like that.
yeah. Found footage sometimes is hard though for behind the scenes too.
Are we done
It
already
really-
with behind the scenes?
We're not really doing it because
Okay.
we're pretty deep in. So.
Yeah.
All
That's
right. I wish. Anyways, what for that did we watch that on, boys?
On
Blu-ray,
demand.
Downloaded and burned copy without subtitles, motherfucker.
I watched
probably-
it on the seas.
You probably got the Indonesian copy, so that's why.
Ooh, yeah,
Maybe.
right.
I tried watching on the seas streaming, and it just kept like buffering. So I just said, "Fuck it."
The page that I sent you.
No, it was on something else.
Oh, okay, fair enough. All right. Does the cover art sell the movie? Would you rent this as a child? Fuck yeah, dude!
Yeah,
It's cool
yeah.
looking skull.
I would
Definitely.
definitely rent this. Yes.
What's up, Joe?
There's the back.
What's up,
Yeah.
Joe?
What's up, Joe?
Ooh, what did
Yeah, I
Gene
would
say?
definitely
Gene
rent
said he's
this.
got this one at 3.8. So
Yeah, he doesn't like found footage films.
that's fair. Sometimes it's not, it's not everybody's bag.
It's not
So
your
You know what I don't like?
go ahead.
When somebody tells you the ghost is in a different room than when it's fucking in.
He's still learning. Damn it!
I'm just fucking with you,
Fair.
Gene. I'm just
That's
fucking
fair.
with you.
Oh god, that was so. No, guys, it's over here by the bread box. Gene, the garage is right behind that. That's what you're reading.
So, I'm gonna have to. This is gonna be changed just a little bit. Douche of the films. So we have 5 essential segments to choose from. Who would be
has
your biggest douche?
douchiest?
The teenager's boyfriend.
I'm gonna go with the guy
I'm gonna go
who's
with the teenager's boyfriend in Slumber Party Alien Abduction.
Dude, he had some of the best fucking lines where, like, what the
He
fuck did he
did.
say? He's like, you're gonna make me suck my dick or something like that. The other kid's like, I don't wanna. It's like, what?
I'm gonna go with the guy from Safe Haven who
The leader?
who
Cult
basically
leader.
impregnated the girl.
The cult leader. Yeah, 100%. That's what I have to go to.
I'll put him in, and I'll put the guy who got the girl he cheated with.
I'm going with the
Ooh.
Antichrist because
Why is
the
that, Brady?
I feel like obviously the cult leader is the biggest fucking douche, right? And then Brody makes a good point, the guy that cheated. But I'm also gonna go with a shout out to our dude in tape 49. Because I feel like
Oh yeah,
he was kind of a dick too, man. Like he's just one of those skeezy, like private eye motherfuckers. And
hey, come on, he was just filming that for some tits. All right,
but it's not
No.
even that, dude. It's like think of it just like how if he was dating that girl, he put her in a lot of weird situations just by herself and shit, So
yeah, he did.
I don't know. That's just, but obviously cult leader, dude. Like he's clearly sleeping with underage girls and fuck, he's running a cult, dude. What the fuck?
Oh yeah, horrible.
All right, so, ooh, Gene's talking shit over on FPS. What are we talking here? What we got, Gene? Let us. Favorite kill.
Cult leader exploding.
Ooh, good one.
Yeah, explode.
That was soupy.
That was.
The
The runner up to that is the one cult member that got his head blown off with a shotgun, close range.
one that shot himself.
No. The one that the dude shot.
Oh,
Like they were wrestling around and he wrestled him to the ground and he shot his like this half of his head
Yeah.
was just like completely blown off.
ooh.
I'm gonna go with the dude that gets shot in the head. The one that we thought was the main guy in New Haven.
So that one was kind of cool
That's a good
because
one.
you don't
Yeah.
directly see the kill, but the way they fucking edit it because you see it from his camera all of a sudden is the fucking splat. Yeah, dude, that was pretty gnarly. Oh man, I think I'm gonna have to go with the girl on the table from that segment, dude, when the fucking beast comes out, because there's no way she's surviving that fucking
Oh,
shit,
yeah.
man.
That was a great scene.
She's pretty much looking like something from the Thing at the end there. That would take us to, you know what? Let's say, oh, you already put it in there. Never mind. Okay, so best scene. I was gonna actually ask the next question instead. Best scene, dude.
Can we just put them in an order, or do we want to? Or you mean scene or
Segment is
segment?
the next
Scene.
question.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Huh.
Every time they snipped in titties.
Yeah. I was gonna say when they were fucking on the couch.
Yeah, that works too. That's fine.
All right, I got two. One of my favorites is from the first segment when he first sees the little girl and it scares the living shit out of
Ooh,
him.
that was a good
'cause you
jump
don't know
scare.
what to
Yeah.
expect. And then I also like in Safe Haven where the cult leader is speaking over the loudspeaker and he's just going on with his spiel and he's got this wild look about him.
All right. Best scene. I am gonna go with the end of the zombie scene. Where he actually gets he butt dials his girlfriend. Because you actually kind of really feel for him in that fucking moment. Then he fucking
you
shoots his
do.
brains out, and we get a cool fucking spinning camera landing on him. So that's gonna be mine.
I'm gonna have to agree with you because I can't think of any other one that I thought was like, holy shit.
Like that one actually, like, yeah, dude, like you really felt for him, and then you also
Yeah.
kind of felt for his girl at the same time because you're like, oh, dude, she has no idea. Fuck.
Well, then it kind of makes you feel for all the zombies too, because
Oh
at that
yeah,
point, you know that they're all gonna eventually have that moment of clarity.
potentially, yeah. Chad's deep in thought. I know this is hard because there's so many different scenes, different segments and shit. So I went with one that just probably let the most like.
Chad's favorite was New Haven, the entire film.
It could have been. Wait, Safe Haven, you mean?
Or Safe Haven,
Without
without subtitles.
That just makes me so sad.
So completely lost. I would say probably all the scenes of the cult members suiciding themselves.
Ooh,
all
the different ways.
All the different ways. Yeah,
that was definitely some shock and awe.
Because you get a room full of guys all just holding guns to their heads, and they just all boom,
dude, all in a circle too, like fucking dominoes, bro. It was like
and
then just like every corner is like people killing themselves in a different fucking way.
Yeah,
like. Let me just say, if you're going through some shit, it might not be the segment you want to fucking watch.
Definitely.
No.
All right. That takes us to what was your favorite segment? Segment, dude, wise, I'm going to go the cult one for sure. I already said it. So
I have to put these in order because I can't. This is a hard one to pick. Like favorite.
Well, yeah, but if you're going to put them in order, then
you're still going to know your favorite. Yeah.
I'm going phase 1 clinical trials.
That's what I'm going with too.
Yeah.
All right. Interesting.
All right, I'm with John. I'm going the Safe Haven.
Safe Haven? Hell yeah, dude. Okay. Worst moment or scene? Honestly,
I think we're all going to agree. Killing the dog at the end of
Killing the dog.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Well, all right,
okay.
yeah.
I was actually trying to think of like just a scene that I was like, this was stupid. But no, that was sad. Okay.
No, there isn't stupid, that's for sure.
But you know what, man? That makes you remember that one really well at the end.
Yep.
So say what you will. Did the opening scene hook you in? Well, you got dong in the first fucking 5
dong
minutes,
and boobies.
So I don't know, man.
So,
it's VHS
yes.
too. Like I feel like you should know what you're kind of going into.
Right.
So it's just it's found footage starting something that you got to kind of sit with for 10 minutes to figure out how we're getting there. So
yeah,
but it doesn't take long.
Yeah.
Like it's pretty fucking quick by the time we're actually at the house. And I like the full turnaround by the time we get to the end, where you actually see him like shoot himself, get up, and then knock the lamp over, and then that's what they hear when they're breaking in.
Yeah, and it shows them
see
walking
them coming in. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay. Most attractive character.
The chick
Clarissa.
Yeah.
Clarissa, dude.
Yeah.
Clarissa
With
explains it all.
Yeah.
With the follow-up from the girl from Tape 49. I thought
she was really cute too.
Fucking A, dude.
Yeah, she was.
Okay. That takes us to, did the score set the mood? I don't know.
Footage. I don't think
there was
any music.
the only
No
one I
music.
remember having a score was the alien abduction, which kind of took me out of it a little bit.
Did it have a score?
Yes.
I mean, I know it had
Oh,
crazy,
God.
like loud, abrupt sounds, but I figured that was just like when the lights were happening and shit. So I didn't really consider that score.
No, I think you see like the aliens coming after them. I think they're at the dock or something, and the aliens are crawling up on the dock and running.
That scene was fucking awesome, by the way. The way that shit was lit, dude, was fucking cool as hell.
There was
Yeah,
there was a
that's a
score
great
added
scene.
to that, which kind of took me out of it a little.
Man, that's weird because I just took it as like bass tones coming from the lights flashing on the ship.
Mhm.
But I'd have to like, yeah. Huh. Okay. That takes us to. I don't think was there a fucking song in any of them.
On the end credits is like 6 Ways to Die or something like that. Was the name of the
okay.
song? I don't know.
I'm trying to think where like the kids singing some weird song in the cult one or not, but I don't think they were. So, all right, that takes us to favorite character. There's a lot. I don't know, man.
I like the dude in phase 1 clinical trials.
Yeah, he's pretty.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with Scoobs. I like him.
I mean, he's pretty much a bro.
He's a
doing
bro.
He's doing what we would all have done in that situation. Like, yo,
Yeah.
give me that shit right now. Download it to the fucking PC. Yeah, no, I you know what? He might be the most one to that you feel or not feel for, but agree with, I guess. That takes us to, was it scary? I think some
some of
segments
them are.
legitimately are.
Yeah, I'm gonna go yes.
Once again, safe haven. It's scary in the normal scary sense, but it's also scary in the sense of like cults really exist.
Yeah.
And you
Yes.
know that this isn't far off from the shit that's happened
And this is the shit
or
that they want.
happens. Correct. Yeah. That's
Yes.
that's the idea behind it, right? Like there's always some weird fucking shit. Adam Wingard played Bro in number 1. Okay, sweet. Thank you, Brody. That takes us to, does it hold up today?
Yeah.
Yeah.
100% yes.
Absolutely.
Solid.
Thank you. I would agree. Absolutely does. How is the acting?
It was
Pretty
good.
well. It's all right.
I thought it was a lot better than the first one.
Agreed.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Man, you know what ruins that first one, dude, is just that second segment, the fucking girlfriend one.
Oh, I
You
hated
get rid
that
of the,
one so
you
much.
get rid of that
Yeah,
fucking
that
one,
one, yeah,
and that
no.
movie changes just
Yeah.
that it goes up a whole nother point. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
shit is just that was awful.
It was so out of place. It made no sense in the context of the rest of the movie.
If there was more
didn't.
superstitious shit with
Didn't
like
at
the
all.
fortune teller thing,
Yeah,
then
and give us something
absolutely.
more supernatural or something. But there was
But
nothing
there-
supernatural at all. It was just
Yeah, it was just jealous.
lovers.
Yeah, I don't know. It was dumb. Go listen to our episode of our thoughts on that.
Mhm.
That takes us to cinematography. So all these ones, like the main focus is obviously found footage, but they all have their own little different pizzazz of how it brings found footage to the table, right?
yes.
So like first one, we get
Yeah.
the eyeball, totally unique and cool. Second one, we get a GoPro, which we have, but is a completely different like vision in the way of the framing is than like the first one. Second one is more straight up documentary style, whatever you want to say. And
And the fourth one's another GoPro.
our last one's a GoPro / normal, almost found footage style type set tone, but had some of the best coloring and shit in it because, man, when those aliens were showing up, that shit looked cool as fuck.
So I think it was the premise you guys aren't. I thought it was filmed extremely well. It's the one out of all these that looked the most found footage out of all of them.
No, it did. I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah.
I'm not disagreeing with that by any means. Like, I think that first one is possibly the most HD. And then I think it kind of like obviously teeters down the line. Okay, so did we like the premise?
Yes.
Yes.
Are we going with
Yes.
overall premise of
Premise of it being a fucking
an
anthology.
anthology?
Yeah.
Then
Yeah.
because it's an anthology that still tries to tie them all together, even though they don't necessarily have to, where it's not just like, I don't know how do I want to say it. I don't want to like shit on Creepshow, but you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Creepshow has its middle thing or its interlude story too, but
Creepshow is literally just a comic book. It's just a feature length fucking Tales from the Crypt.
Like one of the better ones or best ones in my opinion is like Trick or Treat. Like the way that shit
Yeah.
does it. Fucking
Yeah.
beautiful, because
Yeah,
they
that clearly
fucking
intertwines.
Yeah.
I think Trick or Treat is a great example of, I'll go this far, perfect anthology.
You know what? The first Hallows Eve is
All
pretty much
Hallows
a,
Eve?
that's
Yeah.
pretty much a
That's a good
VHS
one, too.
movie, dude.
Yeah.
It really is.
Because she
and I
is just
do get
watching a
them.
VHS.
I do get them confused all the goddamn time. I'm like, wait, was that fucking VHS
Because
or was
that
that
one
All Hallows
has
Eve?
Because that one's got an
Yeah.
alien one and shit in
Mhm.
it too. Yeah, no, 100%.
Dude, I freaking loved that alien segment. I will die on that hill.
That one was cool.
I
For
do
the
like
cheap,
it.
too. It was cool. Like,
Yeah.
all right. And was the climax satisfying?
In
Which
every single
climax?
film, yes.
I
In
say
all
which
four.
climax? Because we
In all
got
four.
we got 5
Or 5. In all 5. They
'Cause
were
I
were
think they were
good.
pretty solid.
Yeah.
I agree.
Minus
The
the thumbs
weakest
up.
one, I think the
Minus the
weakest
thumbs up.
one is tape 49.
Yeah, you might be right on that.
Because-
Honestly,
I can agree with that.
What the fuck? You know, we
Yeah.
still don't know exactly.
if you had that just as a straight segment,
Yeah.
you'd be like, all right.
Yeah.
Okay, no, I get with that. All right, recycle, rewind, remake, reboot, or reshelf. I'm gonna fucking rewind this.
I'll
bitch.
rewind it.
I'm rewinding it
rewind
and
this
I'm
all
putting it back
day.
on my shelf because I have to.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, let's rate this motherfucker. We are almost at 2 hours. Goddamn. Brody started us off with a 4.4. Bobby,
I'm going to 4.8.
4.8.
Brody actually changed his score to a 4.5.
Well, fuck you. Goddamn it. All right.
It's right there in the chat. I just saw it.
I did not see it. 4.5.
I wasn't paying attention.
Where is it?
How the fuck did I not
whatever.
see it?
Anyways, you said 4.8, Bob?
I see it now.
Yeah, 4.8.
Scuba.
I'm going to go 4.6. Just to be
6.
difficult.
Oh, you're good. Chad Daddy.
Because I had to watch the segment without fucking
Oh,
subtitles.
that's yeah,
Oh.
dude. That blows.
I can only give it a 4.
Okay, that's
That's
fair.
fair. That's fair.
I would,
But
if I could ask, I want you to do your homework at some point in the future and watch that with the subtitles.
I want to, and I think
Okay.
the wife wants to too.
Good deal. Good deal.
Yes.
I know it won't be as long as like Bob trying to watch, Behind the Mask or anything.
Yo, I watched it.
I know.
that took
Years
like
later,
4
Bob.
years.
Because that was already a running joke when I came on the show.
For right. Holy shit. All right.
That's because that was when TJ was he was still the host.
Because TJ private messaged me. He's like, dude, Bobby didn't watch this movie. Like he
Yeah, that's
knew.
right. Let's see. I feel it's a solid fucking movie, man, and I've watched it numerous times. I think I'm gonna go with Brody. I think I'm gonna go with a 4 point. I think I'm gonna go with Brody's original score, 4.4. So that gives us a 4.5. 4.46.
Not too shabby.
Brody
That's
called
very
it.
That's very
So
solid.
4.5.
No,
for
Gene.
VHS 2.
Gene said Dead Time Story is the most underrated anthology film. No, it fucking sucked.
You know what's
I like
one I've never
Trilogy of
watched
Terror.
that you guys were talking about the other day? I've never seen Tales from the Dark Side.
I haven't either.
Never
watched
seen the
It's
movie?
been a hot minute.
No.
I've watched it.
Never have. Always seen the cover.
I don't
Never
remember if
seen
it's
the
good or not. I don't think it is.
I gotta rewatch it.
I don't honestly.
If
look,
I'm not mistaken, I think I
yeah.
remember reading that it is the unofficial Creepshow 3. It like some of the
There is a
segments.
Creepshow 3.
Some
There is. It's
Yeah, but that came out.
very
That came out
not
not
so
too
well
long
like way
known.
later. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So originally this was supposed to be the original third one or whatever. Because like there was like at least one, if not 2 segments that were written for Creepshow, but didn't
Well, I know
happen.
one of them was written by Stephen King, so
Well,
there
it's
could
on
be merit to
Pluto
that.
if y'all want to watch it
Yeah.
for free.
I might have to fucking check this shit out. Dude.
But I haven't seen it in so long. It's got Steve Buscemi in it.
See,
Uh,
I liked oh my god, what was the one where all the dudes go into the funeral parlor and the
Tales
dude.
from the Dark Side.
Fuck yeah,
Or not Tales from the Hood.
no. Tales from the
Tales
Hood,
from the
dude.
Dude, my dad.
Oh, Tales from the
Tales
Hood's
from
a
My
the
great
dad
movie.
used to quote that fucking movie all the time. Like, Dad, you cannot say that. And then he would
I've
be
seen
like,
that movie once. I remember nothing about it.
I used
would-
to watch that shit on HBO as a
No.
kid all the
It's been a
fucking
hot-
time, dude.
Listen, the
Oh.
one segment where the guy rises up from his grave because the cops pissed him off.
Yeah,
yes,
dude,
that's
that was a
so
great
good.
one.
That,
That-
yeah.
Fucking scary.
Because doesn't that end up in like an alleyway at the end?
Yeah,
And it's like
and they
him
get
like
pulled into
spray
the
painted on the
fucking-
Yeah.
They get pulled
okay.
into the,
Yep.
in the painting.
Fuck yeah, dude. And
But
that was
yeah,
the
my
one
dad-
also with the little
Dolls.
doll, yeah, right?
The
Yeah,
little,
slave
I
doll.
can't say the name. I can't say the name of the dolls, but my dad would say it all the time.
Oh my god. No, we don't
And then
need
he
to-
would be like,
Yeah.
"Welcome to hell." motherfuckers. Like just randomly, I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Welcome to hell, motherfucker.
Yeah, see, I know there's a second one, and I've never seen the
The second
second
one
one.
sucks. It
But
sucks.
what's his name?
Yeah,
It's not the same dude.
It's not Clarence. What's his face or whatever.
No,
the hell
it's
his name is.
it's fucking the Arbiter from Halo. There, Jesus Christ, dude, what the hell's his name?
fucking Mary's dad from Something About Mary.
What?
Yeah, that sounds
That's
about
her
right, I
dad in
think.
Something About Mary.
What's his name from the Thing?
Yes.
I've
That's
never
Keith
seen.
Da- That's Keith David.
Okay, yeah, Keith David. Thank you.
Yeah.
I've never seen something about Mary, dude, or it's been a long time since I have, honestly. Probably fucking 20-something years.
How'd you get the bean? How'd you get the Frank above the beans?
But so we've already discussed it
I
earlier.
got
But
that
Chad,
backwards. Never mind.
what do we cover next week, brother?
So next week we're actually doing the movie that is spun off from this one. We're watching Kids versus Aliens.
And where can we find that? And anybody know? If not, I will look.
I think
right
it's
now.
on Prime.
It is on Hulu. Subscribe.
Hulu, that's it.
AMC. Blah 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 blah. Roku. Yeah.
And I did not buy this one, so I will have to watch it on stream.
It's probably still on Shudder also.
Yeah. Google never tells me if it's on Shudder or not.
No, I
believe it
know.
is.
So you just gotta check. Which I'd rather just go to Shudder regardless. So.
Same, because it's made for Shudder.
Fuck yeah, dude. All right. Well, shit.
on-
We are at our 2 hour. What? It's on where?
Oh no, never mind. Don't listen to me.
You're fine. We are at a 2 hour mark. I got nothing.
Let's
nerdy to
X.
talk
Let's
about,
86
so-
nerd news.
Yeah.
I'm cool with
I'm
that.
fine with that.
Yeah, we'll do it next week and
All right.
double up on.
I know we skipped a week, so we had a lot of shit to talk about this week for sure, especially with this. This movie was a lot, right? So,
Mhm.
Bob, if you want to start us off, brother.
This is your Killing Machine, Bobby Amon saying we will see you next week for Kids versus Aliens. So strap them up, everybody. It's going to be a fun ride.
This is your host for the Ghost, the Prince of the Paranormal, Lord Scuba Cabra, saying thank you for joining us tonight. I will see you next week. I'm gonna go hang out with my pregnant wife.
There you go. Oh, we
dropping
announced
knowledge,
it.
dude. Yeah. Yep.
I'm happy you can finally say it, buddy.
Yeah. She doesn't know. She doesn't know I just said it.
Scoops is making.
Get that
Making his
baby.
own baseball team.
That's a tough act to follow. So I'll just say this is your Dark Lord of Knowledge, your Chad Daddy, way down yonder, Chattahoochee, saying join us next week for Kids versus Aliens. I got nothing that could top that.
And I am your not so mean Fluff Master
No.
Scream, Big Johnny D, saying thank you once again, Gorehounds, for joining us for another fantastic episode.
Oh,
Scoops is
shit.
getting yelled at.
She's not
And-
yelling at me for what I just said.
Oh, okay, that's fair. Nothing.
Oh, we
You gotta watch. You gotta watch the show
Nothing.
to find out.
What did you say?
Bah, bah.
Ah. And
I spilled the
Well, he
beans.
never. He did you.
But yes.
Aw, you told them.
but yes,
I mean, we knew for a minute. What?
Kids versus Aliens next week. This is fucking us signing off. Stay fresh, cheese bags.
Scoop's
Penis.
Scoop's penis.
Scuba's penis.
Dick it up.
I guess
Dick
dick
it,
is-
dick it.